And a very pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another broadcast here on RealSportsLive.com. We are coming to you from Mission, Texas on a Saturday night. Live video and audio presentation as Brownsville Veterans Memorial's Chargers are in town to take on the Mission Veterans Patriots. Should be a good football game. I got a guest announcer alongside of me. Mr. Kevin Naro had the night off, and so I reeled him in before he got out there. Actually, he volunteered, my friend. So, Kevin, good to see you, and we should see a good football team here.
Yeah, Joe, thanks for having me. It's finally the weather cleared up, and we can get some football in. Mission veterans, Brownsville veterans, in the newly district this year. The last time these two teams played was in 2016. It was actually in a bi-district playoff game at Brownsville veterans. Landry Gilpin was just a sophomore that year. That was the year Mission veterans went 3 deep. So these guys are familiar with each other. The older guys on the roster can go back and remember that date. I know Coach Gilpin remembers that. Coach Cantu from Brownsville veterans as well. So these are the two of the better teams in this district, and I think all of us here in this press box agreed that the winner here will pretty much put themselves in the driver's seat for the district championship. Although we are in the month of September, a district champion could be decided here tonight.
It is really crazy when you start thinking that September 15th, we could be talking about this decides it right now between this district, which has one non-district game in the next 8 weeks. You're involved 9 weeks. You're involved in district games where you get a bye week, of course, some of these teams. But they're out there walking on the field. We got 12 minutes before the opening kickoff. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, Kevin and I will talk about each team and talk about what it's going to take perhaps for them to get this win. This is live coverage coming to you from Mission, Texas. It's the Patriots taking on the Chargers, and this is RealSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
The Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation for you to visit and experience a friendly environment with the taste of local business and a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment throughout the year. Vintage shops loaded with collectibles from the past, dining that caters to all, boutiques, quilting, salons, live entertainment, and don't forget about market days on the first Saturday of each month on Jackson Street and Art Night the last Friday of the month. It's the Harlingen Downtown District, and the invitation is for you. Shop Downtown Harlingen today. Back here on RealSportsLive.com, Color Guard already on the field, getting ready for the pregame ceremonies here. They'll have the playing of the school songs, and then we'll get to the playing of that national anthem. Kevin, let's talk about these two football teams. First of all, the home team. Mission Veterans Patriots, a lot of hype coming into this football season. Yeah, I was in the mix of many a conversation, as were you, of saying they may be the best team in the Rio Grande Valley and arguably with the best quarterback. And then comes the rivalry game right out of the gate. Week 1, an L in the column, and it belongs to Mission Vets. And from there on, everything is going to be you're winning, but. Or is it, Kevin? Or are they still that good?
No, they are that good, but that cloud will be over them for the rest of the season. But we were talking earlier that Mission has picked up a couple of wins. I believe they're 3-0, so it kind of waters down that loss for Mission Vets, showing that Mission was that good. But the Patriots are still the cream of the crop as far as the 5A schools go. And, Landry Gilpin, we've seen him do this time and time again. When he was just a freshman, went in and won a playoff game, came in for an injured Diego Hernandez. He adjusted, he adapted, played wide receiver his sophomore year. This team reminds me a lot of that year's team, even though it wasn't too long ago when you talk about the weapons and how far can this team go. And then, of course, with this new district, as we were just talking about, it's a 10-team district, so the challenge is a bit it's a little bit more challenging for Mission Vets. But, what they're doing offensively is everything we thought they would do. They lead the district in passing. They're averaging almost 600 yards passing through the air, and then they're averaging 461 yards of total offense in one game. So you pick your poison if you're any kind of defense in this district going up against Landry Gilpin, Mikey Garcia. They're just stacked.
The crowd, well, there's a small crowd on hand. They did allow the bands to at least come for the both teams, which was not happening last night. And let's just talk about last night, Kevin. This game was supposed to happen on a Friday night. It didn't. So it changed gears. We're on a Saturday, and these two teams are lining it up. And it's not even a typical Saturday starting time. It's 6 o'clock. So as far as getting in a routine, well, neither coach was able to tell their players, let's do what we usually do. Let's get ready for a football game. Everything out the window. It's playing on a Saturday at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, that was kind of the theme of this week with all this weather we've had. We've had teams move up their games to Thursday, and we had some schools where they didn't even get to practice outside, where they only were able to practice inside of the gym because their fields were so flooded. So it's, like I said, it's been the theme this week, but these kids are ready. They're ready to go, and at this point in this season, I think we're at that point where you can just put them on and get out there and play. But what we saw in Thursday's games was a lot of lackadaisy. Some teams came out real sloppy because of the fact that they didn't have much practice time in. But both teams, they did get an extra day of practice, which was yesterday, and they're both in the same spot. So really it's not an excuse for either team.
Kevin, let's talk a little bit about Brownsville Veterans Memorial. The Chargers come into this football game, and let's just talk about this program because for the past several years now in a row, David Cantu has had to watch as some talented seniors have graduated. And every year you start to think, is this the year that you can put the rebuilding quotations around the Brownsville Veterans Chargers? And yet, there hasn't been that letdown. There's always talent rolling through these hallways. Still a young program as far as history goes. But this team just finds football players, and they produce.
Absolutely, and we followed them from when they first started, and then they used to be in the 32-6A district. And you're right, you can name so many athletes: Jeremiah Myers, Marcus Castile, Stephen Garza off the top of your head. All these athletes that have just come through this program, but we've yet to see them take the next step. I don't know if you have. I haven't seen it yet. And when I mean take the next step, I mean win a district title, win a playoff game, go 3 deep in the playoffs like these other schools have. Brownsville Veterans has always been that team knocking on the door, and they've yet to find that one team, that one special group that can take them that far. I thought it was going to be I thought it was going to be that 1 year, Marcus Castillo's senior year, when they lost in the bi-district round of Westlaco East. But can this be the team? We'll have to wait and see. But do they have weapons? Yes.
More coming after this.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you. Forever.
National Anthem in the books, and thanks again for joining us here on us.
It's always a holiday at the Restore.
Come check us out at 507 North 1st Street.
Miss a day, miss a deal.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit HinoGas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
Back here at Mission Tom Landry Stadium, and again, our thanks to the Mission veterans and Pablo and company trying to help kid us on. We added an Ethernet connection on the internet. That went down, and now the Wi-Fi just blitzed us right there before the kickoff. We still haven't missed anything. Patriots football team comes onto the field for this home game here, Kevin. And again, the district implications are big time. And no better motivator, well, maybe one, but among the best motivators in high school football, right there in the middle of those Patriots.
That's the man, David Gilpin, and his counterpart, just as fiery. I was just thinking about that right now. We got two of the most fiery coaches in the Valley. David gone through. If you've been in a huddle with him, you know what we're talking about. The same thing with David Gilpin. We were Alex Albario of Channel 4 Sports was tweeting earlier that he wants to do a wrestling promo with Coach Gilpin in it. And I said, I think he's all for it, and we can call it Gilpin Mania. A little Hulk Hogan there. And, hey, if you see Coach Gilpin up close, you know what we're talking about. And you can bet your money that both Coach Cantu and Coach Gilpin have their players fired up, exclamation point, capitalized, F-I-R-E-D, fired up.
They are ready to go. The two teams now have both made it back out onto the field, and so now we're waiting for the opening kickoff, and already we know that it will be the Patriots of Mission Veterans with the football to start this football game, and that means we'll see the high-fired, high-flying offense for the Patriots.
That'll be led by Landry Gilpin, who's a senior this year. As Joe mentioned earlier, there's a lot of hype coming into this Mission Veterans team, and you can believe it. They're that good, and we can call week one a hiccup. Okay, they got it out of the way. Full steam ahead, but this Veterans Memorial Charger team is just as good, just as potent. They're going to come in and they're going to try and run the ball, Joe, so we're going to see a little bit of both. We're going to see an aerial attack from Mission Vets, and then we're going to see a rushing attack from Brownsville Veterans. So wind might be a little bit of a factor, Joe. The ball just came off the tee there, and the clouds did clear up to the south and west of us, I know, on the way in. A lot of rain clouds. I was a little concerned. Like we said, rain had been a theme all this week, and just last night, San Benito, they were able to get their game underway.
We are set to go with the opening kickoff here. Again, welcome to you on the broadcast, and away we go. Chargers drift this one deep into the end zone, and it goes out of the end zone, and so the Patriots will send their offense onto the field to start this ball game. We are live on YouTube.com, RioSportsLive.com, our YouTube channel. Subscribe there. We're live right now a little bit here for Facebook for fans to at least take a look that things are going on here. I'm Joe Bowling, Kevin Naro on my left-hand side. Jacob Howell running the camera. My wife was asked to sit in the car, so she's out there. We didn't ask her that. We'll get into that a little bit later on. Landry Gilpin at the quarterback spot will be lining up on this first down play. Patriots first play from scrimmage, running play to the right-hand side, and that will go nowhere. On the carry that time, Daniel Cantu might have gained a half a yard.
So the Patriots are going to be coming out of the shotgun with a spread formation. They'll be going from right to left.
Second down, they'll stay with this spread formation. Again, those on Facebook, we want to invite you to come on over, watch the game on our website, RioSportsLive.com, or on our YouTube channel. We'll get back to the broadcast, and here we go. Gilpin looks to throw for the first time. Being rushed, gets away from one man, won't get away from the next, and down goes Landry Gilpin. A loss on the play of about a half a yard.
Alex Villarreal coming up with the sack there for the Patriots. Good penetration up on amongst the defensive line from Brownsville Veterans. Gilpin did not have exactly an ideal amount of time to throw. That's going to be a key, and that was an issue in Week 1 against the Eagles.
3rd and 10 now for the Patriots. Single back in the backfield with Landry Gilpin. 3 receivers on the right side. He rolls right. Has some protection. Looking downfield. Now he drifts one downfield in traffic. Tipped away and almost intercepted. Incomplete pass. In the direction of Mike Gonzaga, and an incomplete pass.
It's an uncharacteristic quick 3 and out for Mission Veterans, but going back to the offensive line issues, that was a problem when they played against the Eagles. Their pass rush really got to Landry Gilpin, so if the Chargers can generate some kind of pass rush and get Landry Gilpin out of a rhythm, that would be very an important key for their defense.
Eric Sosa, the sophomore, or check that, a senior, will drift back to return this punt for the Chargers of Brownsville Veterans. Waits at about the 45-yard line. Now they're going to fake it. Now Gilpin will punt it. Rugby-style punt. Takes a Patriot bounce inside the 45 and rolls down at the 43-yard line. And that's where Brownsville Veterans will take over. We'll be right back after this. Back here, first play from scrimmage for the Chargers of Brownsville veterans. A lot of motion, a lot of movement on the right side, and they'll blow that play dead.
That's going to be an early fall start against Brownsville veterans.
Liam Longoria, the quarterback, there's the call, and it's going to be against the Patriots. Let's talk about Longoria and this offense, what to expect perhaps out of this Brownsville veterans Charger team, Kevin.
Longoria actually leads the district in touchdowns with 7. That's 3 more than Landry Gilpin. So we're going to see a lot of firepower, a lot of the top players in the district, and they got him to jump again.
No penalty this time.
Flag.
They'll run to the right side, and that goes nowhere. And you talk about getting off as the snap occurs. That's as close as you can get for the Patriots without getting a penalty.
So that was actually an approachment call on the first play from scrimmage.
Jesse Gonzalez was in there on the tackle for the Patriots. Gain on the play of a couple. It's second down. Just over 3 yards to go. Longoria out of a shotgun. Bad snap. Has to run back, gets to it. Here comes the pressure. Longoria trying to make something out of nothing. He's going to get hit, and down he goes back inside the 35-yard line.
Joey Garcia, one of the guys there to make the tackle, and this kind of goes back to the week being so unorthodox. The offenses kind of look a little shaky right out of the gate.
That snap, there was no way in the world Longoria was going to be able to get his hands on it. Wind is blowing. It's blowing more or less at the back of the Chargers. As I'm taking a look at it, Kevin, that flag's blowing in an odd direction.
Yes.
Longoria tries to get him to jump off sides. He did. Free play coming up for the Chargers. Rolls out, looking, gets rid of a ball, incomplete, took a big hit. But this should be 5 yards against the Patriots.
That's going to be Garcia again putting pressure. Yeah, the wind's coming about from, I'd say, the southwest more or less. So
it's at the back of the Chargers.
Right.
5-yard penalty against the Patriots. Still third down, but now third and call it 14 yards to go, as they'll have to get to the Patriot 41 or 46 to get a first down.
They cut Joe Mendoza on the approachment there, so they'll add 5 more. It'll be an interesting third and long here.
2 receivers right side, single receiver left side for Longoria on this third down play. Another high snap. He got to it, drops back, looks to throw, has some time. Out of the pocket, looks to deliver, still looking, fires it over the middle, incomplete. Great coverage downfield by the Patriots, but good protection as well by the offensive line. A 3 and out nonetheless, though, for the Chargers.
Yeah, Longoria had plenty of time, but give credit to the secondary with good coverage. Longoria did have time to look for someone, gave a little pump fake there, but couldn't find his man.
Punting time for the Patriots. Back to return the kick is Gus Garza, the senior, for the Patriots of Mission Veterans. Punt is away. This could be returnable inside the 15-yard line. Takes a bounce and now down the left-hand side, out across the 22 to the 23. That's where the Patriots offense will take the field for a second time.
Eric Sosa with good special teams coverage there with a nice open field tackle. Now the Patriots will get their second drive of the evening. We'll see if Landry Gilpin and company can find a rhythm. And once they find their rhythms, we're in for a show, and that speaks for both offenses.
Each team with a 3 and out. 9:02 remaining here in the first quarter of play. Up to the line, Gilpin. Rolls right-hand side over the middle. Got a man at the 30. Making a move, trying to get some yards after the catch. On the catch by Mike. Is that Gonzalez or Gonzaque? I'm looking at the spelling.
Looks like Gonzaque. Gonzaque, yeah. So
Gonzaque gains 9 on the play. Second down and 1. And that time it looked like there was something even deeper downfield that was open for Gilpin. Takes the handoff, keeps it himself. He's going to be hit and goes backwards, and he's finally thrown down. Where will they have the forward progress there, Kevin? That's a big loss for the Patriots.
That's a very big loss. And, again, the offensive line concerns continue for Mission Veterans, and this just might be deja vu all over again for the Patriots. Can they protect Landry Gilpin against a stout pass rush? So far the answer is no, and that's what happened against Mission, and we know how that turned out. So a lot of early quarter adjustments for the Patriots so far.
Third down for the Patriots. Gilpin, straight drop, has some time this time, delivers over the middle. He's got a man, crossing route, first down across the 40-yard line. He went right back to Gonzaque, and that time there was plenty of protection.
Yeah, he has 6 catches over the first 2 games for 109 yards and a touchdown. So Gonzaga, only a sophomore, the next bright star for the Mission Veterans Patriots.
7:51 left here in this first quarter of play. Patriots move the chains for the first time on the day, have it at their own 42. Gilpin ready to go. Gets a play from the sideline. Fakes the handoff, slings it past right side, a little receiver screen, and getting to the outside, out to the 45-yard line. Quickly covered, but Mikey Garcia on the catch.
That's going to be his go-to guy tonight is Garcia. That's Gilpin's number 1 target. Very few quarterbacks can make a play like that, like Gilpin did. You push him back, 2nd and a mile. Gilpin drops back, drops a dime over to Gonzaga. So very few quarterbacks can do that.
2nd down and call it 7 yards to go for the Patriots. Man in motion is Garcia. Gilpin rolls out, looks, fakes the throw. Now he runs it upfield, and that's where he can hurt you too. Into Charger territory, just shy of first down yardage, but that's a 3rd and 1 coming up thanks to the eyes and the presence and then the speed of Landry Gilpin.
Absolutely, and he has the awareness on the field to fake an option, get the linebacker's eyes to move, and he's quick enough. He'll beat you.
3rd and 1. Patriots operating in a fast-paced offense right here.
That's going to be a false start.
I saw a lot of penalty flags last night in football games. How about you at San Benito?
Yes. Turnovers and flags in the first quarter equals a very upset Dan Gomez.
I saw a ton of them. And again, I think it all comes down to the rhythm. Teams get in rhythm on how the week goes out, and then how everything comes back down to, players, coaches, everyone gets in a rhythm. And when that's thrown out, strange things happen. 3rd and now 8, another penalty flag.
That's time at the top of your screen. Very uncharacteristic of Mission Veterans to be committing so many penalties. It's another false start. That's Gonzaga, the player guilty, kind of taps himself on the chest there. Yeah, and especially with an offense like we saw in San Benito last night. They're a quick offense, up-tempo. They like to move. You throw them out of their groove. We saw it last night, or I saw it last night, and now you're seeing it here this evening.
So it went from 3rd and 1 to now 3rd and 11. Patriots look to throw. Gilpin out of the pocket. Lost one downfield. Got a man wide open and caught. First down. They'll say he hung on at the 45-yard line of the Chargers.
Beautiful wheel route there from Daniel Cantu. That was all Gilpin there. Him having the awareness to dump it over the linebacker, who really kind of got lost in coverage. Was, do I contain Gilpin? Do I cover the back? That's what happens when you have a mobile quarterback.
1st and 10. Patriots look to throw again. Gilpin pressured, looking for a block, makes a great move out across the 40-yard line. Gains 8 on the play. On first down, 2nd and short coming up.
Let's just go back to that play, Joe, and appreciate that, where the linebacker is really stuck in a hard spot. He's like, do I rush Gilpin or do I stay back and pass? Either way, it's a daunting thing to ask.
Gilpin, the whistle blows. The officials going to reset the play clock. With 5:34 left here in this first quarter of play.
Still scoreless. Another false start.
More penalty yards here in this first quarter.
It's going to be the left guard this time. And there he is, right about the 45-yard line, Coach Gilpin.
You could see a timeout called here shortly if this continues.
And flags on both sides of the field. So
2nd down. That's going to be against the defense this time.
Okay.
Now, Kevin, we're so far away. We do see some movement on the offensive line. We've been involved in some games in which the defense is barking out some signals and starting to get the offense to jump off sides. Not saying that's what's happening, but usually when you see the offense jump like that and then the defense gets penalized, something chess match-wise is going on in that front line.
There becomes a lot of finger pointing, for sure. So
1st down for the Patriots. This is their 2nd drive of the ball game. First one was a 3-and-out. Answered by a 3-and-out by the Chargers of Brownsville veterans. And now the Patriots have it at the 32. On 1st down, Gilpin Looks to throw again. Has some time, has some room on the right side. No containment. Across the 30, 25, 20, out of bounds. When no one contains Landry Gilpin, he has the ability to do just that.
Yeah, they dropped everybody back in coverage there. They had 4 down linemen and saying, okay, we're going to defend the pass, but if Gilpin's out on the loose, there's going to be no quarterback spy.
First down now for the Patriots. Ball spotted at the 16-yard line in the red zone for Mission Veterans. Gilpin drops back to throw. Looking, still looking, buys some time, and just slides down. Lost a couple yards on the play. How about that coverage downfield, Kevin?
Yeah, absolutely. That's one thing that's impressed me so far is this secondary, because Gilpin has the time, and he's mobile enough to flush the pocket and make something happen. But you can see Gilpin there barking at his receivers saying, finish routes, continuing, follow me. But as a receiver, it's also difficult you're running around back there. You see your quarterback running around.
Give credit to Tony Madrano that time in coverage. Low snap. Landry Gilpin gets to that. Rolls out right side. Looking, directing some traffic. Has a ball downfield. Incomplete. Right into the hands of Daniel Cantu, and that was a catchable pass.
He was looking for Gonzaga, but there is going to be a hold on the far side of the field. Gilpin was pointing towards Gonzaga to come back because Gonzaga was waving up. He had his hand up in the air. He was open, but Gilpin was directing him to come back towards him, and that's what he was doing.
Decision time for the Chargers, and they'll immediately take the penalty. It would have been 3rd and 14 with the incomplete pass. They'll take the penalty, move the ball back to the 30. And now the Patriots are going to have to produce here. They've extended this drive once on a 2nd and long. Landry Gilpin and company ready to go here. Cantu stays in the backfield to the right side of Gilpin. 3 receivers on that right side as well from the left hash mark. Rolls right, looking to throw. Delivers it downfield in traffic, tipped around, and picked off by the Chargers in the end zone. Coming up with it is Aldo Benavides. Chargers get the pick.
The old tip drill there. Gilpin trying to make a little bit too much happen there, throwing into double coverage, looking for his man, Gaske.
4:23 left here in this first quarter of play. Chargers get the ball. We'll keep it right here. Thanking you again for tuning in here on a Saturday, second Saturday in a row in which we've gone live. Last week from Laredo, here tonight from Mission. We're also live down in Brownsville as Lopez is home taking on Rio Grande City. Kevin Naro to my left-hand side, sports writer for the Valley Morning Star, has a night off on a Saturday. Chargers fumble the football. That's a loose ball still. Who got it? Looked like the Chargers may have got it first. The official indicates it is, but now out of the pile, the Chargers have the football, and it is a turnover. Chargers get the ball.
So just like that, in a blink of an eye, the Patriots come up with a big turnover there. Yeah, it's okay. That's
Patriots get the ball.
Mission veterans, Brownsville veterans. That's all right. But, hey, what a big play there defensively from the Patriot defense, coming up with a big stop. Now you're going to give Gilpin the ball right back where we were just a couple minutes ago. Joey Garcia coming up with the loose football. That could be the spark that this team needs.
Gilpin gets the first play. Their defense makes the stop on that play. Running play right side, and that goes nowhere.
Good penetration there from the Charger defense. I like what I see. These guys, they come up and they hit you. They're a prototypical David Cantu defense, something we've seen in the past.
You go back to making that decision to take that penalty on that hold. David Cantu was preserving field position for his defense to make a play. Second down for Gilpin. Looking over the middle. That's underthrown, incomplete.
He was looking for Garcia up that seam route there. So now, Joe, are you in 4-down territory?
I would think you are. Patriots have plenty of firepower. They got lots of weapons they can go to. Gilpin and company, after getting the turnover, have it third down. They can still get a first down by getting the ball just across the 5-yard line. Clock stops with 3:36 left here in the first quarter. Gilpin Lines up. This time positions Cantu on his left. Looks to throw left side. Underthrown, incomplete. In the direction of Leo Cantu.
He had Cantu on that deep out route. Throw came just a little bit short. So now it's 4th and 8. The Patriots can still get a first down. They'll have to get to the 4-yard line to set up a 1st and goal.
Right now they're keeping the offense on the field.
And they're not going to make them jump because that wouldn't do them any good. It's 4th and 8.
Gilpin out of the gun. Takes a low snap. Looks to throw. Here come the penalty flags. False start offense. 5 more yards taxed against the Patriots.
It's going to be 4th and 13 coming up. So not an ideal start for Mission Veterans, but we've seen the flashes of what makes this team so good. But then we've seen 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Landry Gilpin that time bought himself some extra time. He took the football with him to go over to the sideline to talk to the coach. Official was like, hey, I want to spot this thing down. Can I get that back? That's important. Patriots, after forcing a turnover, after coughing it up on an interception, now looking for something on 4th down. Gilpin, though, hit and play blown dead. Chargers defense makes a stand.
Jason Ambriz, the junior middle linebacker, the first man in there, and that was a design quarterback run. Again, you talk about field position. That's what David Gilpin may have been doing there with a design quarterback run like that.
Chargers take over at their 19-yard line. And right now, neither one of us said we expected a shootout here. We just both knew that the offense had enough power on either side to put points on the board. But we talked about it also in preseason, Kevin, just how good we thought this Mission Veterans defense just might be. Brownsville Vets with the ball. They'll run the ball up the middle across the 20. Short carry that time by Guadalupe Moran. 3:16 to go here in the first. 2nd and 6 coming up.
So 2 very patriotic schools, Mission Veterans with the Patriot, and then, of course, Brownsville Veterans with the red, white, and blue. The American flag on the M of their helmets.
2nd down. Showing a little pressure from the right side. They'll run right at that, but that goes for nothing. Patriot defense all over that play. Sometimes you can get away with running right at that pressure, Kevin, if you can execute a couple of blocks.
Absolutely. And, again, just a couple years ago, 2 years ago, actually, we knew what the offense could do. We were wondering what the defense could do. And I think this year the defense is more up to code with the offense, making it really a balanced team this year.
2:28 to go. Rolling out right side, Longoria. Spins forward, gets hammered down at the 20-yard line, and hello from the defense.
Jazz Vallejo laying the hammer there. Wow. That's one of the hardest hits we've seen all season. Whew.
Punt time for the Brownsville Veterans Chargers. Good field position coming out of this for the Patriots. Before that, the officials throw another penalty flag.
I would have never have guessed we'd be 0-0 in the final minute and a half. Talking field position, penalties, and a scoreless ball game.
I'll tell you, if I'd have told you there'd be double-digit penalties, you'd have probably agreed that, okay, if it's equally mixed between the two teams, then, yeah, we might be scoreless as these two teams try to get on sync. This is against the Chargers, pins them a little further back. Patriots will send a return man back inside his own 45. Chargers looking for something big here. Medrano, the punter, gets the ball. Low kick. Takes a Charger bounce. Fielded, giving up some room. Here comes Gus Garza. Makes one man miss. Third guy there hits him. 45-yard line. That's where the Patriots take over. They'll have it after this.
For the hottest deals, go to Mi Casa Furniture.
Save at Mi Casa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica, Brownsville.
Mission Veterans, the Patriots have the football as they start this drive with 1:39 to go. They've had opportunities. They've been in the red zone twice in this ball game. Haven't got any points yet. Running play right up the middle and out across back into Charger territory on that carry is Adrian Salinas. 2nd and short coming up. Stay away from the penalties. You get a lot of 2nd and shorts, Kevin.
Shout out to Coach Nathaniel Garza from San Perlita. He's tuning in.
Hey, we got Jake running a camera, Coach. And we got your tournament on tap. Don't worry. When basketball season gets here. Wow, I want to talk about basketball season a little bit later on, Kevin. Running play for the Chargers, and another strong run by Adrian Salinas. Moves it deeper down the field, and another first down for the Patriots.
That's the nicest run from a running back we've seen all afternoon long from the Patriots. Good way to move the chains.
Under a minute left here in the first quarter. Gilpin out of a shotgun. 3 receivers, right side. Another running play right off the left tackle down to the 30-yard line. That's 5 more strong yards. 3 carries in a row by Adrian Salinas. And they've just went right away from the passing game, at least for the last couple of plays, Kev.
A little bit of change of pace as far as the running back goes, with Adrian Salinas being more of a physical presence. He's not afraid to lower his shoulder.
25 seconds left here in the quarter. Gilpin rolls right side. This is a design run for the quarterback. Can he get to the corner? Nothing doing. Good job stringing that out by the defense of the Chargers.
Elias Delgado, Tony Medrano, the captain of the defense for Brownsville Veterans. Good pursuit there. It's all about angles, and that's one thing. Well, what would have happened with the Judson game with Harlingen and Manny Gomez said it's all about angles and the angles that you take.
3rd down. Low snap. Gilpin gets it. Slings a pass left side. Tipped it incomplete. Looking for John Aguilar, and that's uncharacteristic of Patriot receivers as what we've been accustomed to seeing, Kevin.
Right, that the Patriots are lucky that the ball is still in their possession. So now we're back to square one. 4th and 4 from the 29. Obviously, the Patriot offense still on the field. They're going to go for it.
Running play last time on 4th down. Gilpin sets him down. 15 on the play clock. Rolls out, looking, has a man over the middle, overthrown, incomplete. Turnover on downs. Charger defense continues to do the job. Can their offense move the ball downfield? 8 seconds left in the quarter. Back after this on RealSportsLive.com.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again.
This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
Back here, RealSportsLive.com. It's a new press box, but the walls are thin, Kevin Narrow. We can hear the coaches. Thank the Lord we have some condensed mics. It doesn't pick that stuff up. But somebody's irate on the other side. There's a good running play to start things off for the Veterans Memorial Chargers out of Brownsville. Elu Maston on the carry.
Jose Ortiz with a big hit. I think we're
Celebrating every triumph and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Back here on RealSportsLive.com. Internet went down again up here in the press box. Kevin Narrow, Joe Bowling. Patriots watching, and their defense did the job. Got a 3 and out. Punting time for the Chargers. High bounce. Let's see if they try to return this. No, sir. Get away from that, says Gus Garza. And so the Patriots take over 1st and 10. And, Kevin, we're still looking for some kind of lightning in a bottle from one of these offenses to get things rolling.
You want to talk lightning in a bottle? Guess what? Trevor Spades got some action today.
He did. What'd he do?
Bryce Love went down with an injury, so Trevor rushed for 87 yards on 11 rushes. So Trevor Spades getting some time over at Palo Alto.
You got to give him tons of credit
Yes.
on him being patient enough to wait for the time for him to showcase his skills at the Division I collegiate level.
At Stanford, when they've had guys like McCaffrey, Love, Andrew Luck, Harbaugh.
NFL.
Right. So, hey, good for him. Trevor Spades getting in on some action.
Another penalty on that return for the Patriots. And so for Mission veterans. They'll move this ball back down inside the 20-yard line. Again, our thanks to the Mission School District for assisting us in getting a place to broadcast this from and to assist us with the internet. We're kind of doing things on the fly as they weren't able to get the IT guys to lock us in, so we're getting some assistance on getting this in. If we do lose connection, we'll be back on, so just be patient with us here on this particular broadcast. Running play for the Patriots goes nowhere, and I really like what I'm seeing out of this Charger defense.
Absolutely. They have size up front. They can rush the passer. That's what we've seen for the first quarter and early here in the second quarter. Gilpin does not have as much time as he'd like, and this secondary has really played some solid football against some really good wide receivers in Garcia and Gasca.
Pass play over the middle, caught, and here go the Chargers inside the 30, down to the house. Mikey Garcia broke free in the secondary, and the Patriots on the board.
Gilpin firing a dime to Mikey Garcia over the top. There you go. That'll fire up the crowd and the flag crew. Whew.
Extra point coming up for the Patriots. Ball down, kick up is away, and good. Patriots on top. 7-0, 9:56 remaining. We'll be back with the kickoff after this.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Back here on RealSportsLive.com, Joe Bowling, Kevin Narl in the press box in Mission. Jacob Howell running the camera. Talked about rain coming in. They all started early thinking they could get ahead of these forecasted rains, and right now, so far, so good. With 9:56 left here in the first quarter or first half of play, the Veteran Memorial Patriots on top 7-0. Over the top to Mikey Garcia.
That's the Landry Gilpin we've all come to know and love. Like I said, they needed a little spark, a little something to get them going. Kind of just wash away those penalties they had in that first quarter. So once they get clicking like a wet engine, they'll get going.
Patriots to kick the ball off. Chargers have it from their 10, out across the middle of the field, 15, 20, 25, out across the 30, 33-yard line. Nothing fancy about that return, just right down central, and a good return by Gilbert Garcia.
So now comes Liam Longoria, the junior quarterback, taking over for Gustavo Vasquez, who really had been the face of the program over the last couple of years. Gustavo Vasquez, one of the better quarterbacks, one of the more physical running quarterbacks we've seen in quite some time here. So now it's Longoria's time to shine, and he's ready for this moment, and now he's going to have his work cut out for him.
He's a junior. Of course, down 7-0 is really not anything to get frantic about, but you still want to get some production out of this offense nonetheless. Running play goes for a couple. Mauricio Garza on that carry. Maybe a gain of a yard. They brought him down quick. Patriot fans continue to file in here. Brownsville veterans brought a few, and the band's here. They didn't have the bands last night at Sherryland, where I was at. How about San Benito?
The bands were out, both sides from PSJ and San Benito.
Pass play over the middle. Longoria's got a man, caught 45, down inside Patriot territory to the 42, and that's a nice catch.
Elijah Maston over the middle, but there's a flag at the 42-yard line.
That's after the catch. That's going to be hitting a defensive receiver. Watch it. Or is it? No, it's not.
This one,
It's coming back, Kev.
but the flag came in from the secondary. I don't see another flag in the backfield, and the Chargers are walking back as if it's against them.
Elijah Maston was wide open. Okay.
Come on.
He got up and gave you a first down indication, and that was an unsportsmanlike call.
Is that really unsportsmanlike? Just throwing the hand out for a first down?
Wow. Penalty flag against the
Come on.
Chargers. They'll get the first down on the completed pass, and then a 15-yard penalty moves them back across the midfield stripe, back into Charger territory. First down here. 9:13 left here in the half, and it was. Receiver, excited young man, got up, pointed for a first down, and got flagged. First down play. They'll run it this time. Right-hand side, and out across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Good enough for a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6 coming up for Brownsville veterans.
So I know if you do something with the football to cause a delay a game, they can throw a flag for that. But that's you want to control your emotions, but at the same time, got to have a little bit of fun with it.
2nd down play coming up for the Chargers. Longoria takes a snap, wants to throw. Deep drop. Drifts it off. It's caught by Guadalupe Moran. Makes a move, makes a man miss. Inside the 30, foot race to the 25, to the 20. Takes on a man down to the 15-yard line. That's a first down. No flags on that one. Red zone time for the Chargers.
Beautiful screenplay they're set up by the Chargers, and Moran with the biggest play of the evening so far for the Chargers. Knocking on the door, looking to tie it here. Just a beautiful play call from the Chargers.
That was a deep drop from Longoria, just setting up that pursuit, and then freeing up for the one-on-one coverage for Moran. First down for the Chargers. They can still get a first down without getting in the end zone. 2 backs in the backfield on this play, and they'll run the option. Quarterback keeper, thrown down, didn't get a yard.
And that's the first time all evening we've seen them come out of the pistol.
Joey Garcia on the stop. He wasn't fooled at all for the Patriots.
Nice little change of pace there.
7:40 and counting here in the first half. At halftime, Kevin and I are going to talk extensively about the teams we've taken a look at already this year. We've been around, as is usual. As long as I'm not nursing some knee injuries, I'm in pretty good shape to get around and match you as best I can in getting out to games. Another penalty on the play. Incomplete pass. Now we'll sort out the penalty yards. That'll be a chop block against the Chargers. And so from the red zone, back we go. By the time they march this one off, it's all the way back out to the 30-yard line. Charger offense was trying to answer the touchdown score by the Patriots. Now face 2nd down. Can still get a first down, get the ball inside the 5. Free play coming up here. Longoria rolls out. Looking. Delivers a ball downfield. Got a man. Diving catch inside the 5. That should be 1st and goal coming up. Nice catch that time by Damian Maldonado.
Maldonado had one-on-one coverage, and we saw it from up here. And Longoria able to flush the pocket, and it went with him. He's a lefty, so it was to his throwing side. And was able to make a beautiful throw.
Had he led Maldonado more, he would have run that and walked right in the end zone for the last 5 yards.
He was looking to hit him in stride, but Maldonado had to come back and kind of haul that one in. But nonetheless, a big play for the Chargers, erasing that penalty.
1st and goal for the Chargers. Moran stays in the backfield to the right side of Longoria. On a first down play, Longoria keeps it himself. Stutter step, hit, thrown back. Patriots get a stop on first down.
A little read option there, and Patriots say, we see this every day in practice with Landry Gilpin, so you know they're prepared for a mobile quarterback.
Hector Valles on the tackle there, had a couple of helpers. 2nd down for the Chargers. Clock running with 6:43 left here in the first half. Shotgun formation for Longoria. 3 receivers on the short side of the field to his left. Fumble on the handoff. Longoria somehow gets to it. Then he's going to get hit and thrown down Vicious hit that time delivered by Elias Delgado. And from first and goal, it's third and goal, but the Chargers are going backwards.
Delgado has been all over the field tonight. That's not the first time we say his name, and it probably won't be the last.
Third down. Longoria gets the play from the sideline. Play clock down to 15. Waits for the snap as it draws down to 10. High snap, fakes the handoff. Play action. Pressure. Rushes out, turns, looks in the corner of the end zone, incomplete. Nearly intercepted that time by the Patriots.
Yeah, you would think that Longoria would just want to tuck it and run on that one, but that was a dangerous throw. He's lucky that wasn't a pick six the other way.
Over there in coverage, it looked like Elian Zarate.
That was Michael.
It's either 31 or 21.
That was
21?
That was 21. That was Michael Deanda. He had pick six on his mind. The Chargers caught a break there.
That would have been a pick six of 100-plus yards, my friends. Field goal time for the Chargers. They'll attempt it. Ball down at the 15-yard line. 25 attempt. Israel Baran, the kicker. Right-footed kicker gets the ball away. It's high enough, and it is good. Chargers on the board. 7-3 your score. Kickoff after this. The Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation for you to visit and experience a friendly environment with the taste of local business and a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment throughout the year. Vintage shops loaded with collectibles from the past, dining that caters to all, boutiques, quilting, salons, live entertainment, and don't forget about market days on the first Saturday of each month on Jackson Street and Art Night the last Friday of the month. It's the Harlingen Downtown District, and the invitation is for you. Shop Downtown Harlingen today. Back here at RealSportsLive.com, 5:45 remaining. And how important was that, Kevin Naro, that the Chargers of Veterans Memorial from Brownsville get points on the board, answering the Landry Gilpin score for the Patriots?
It's big, and, walking away with 3 points isn't the end of the world. You get points up on the board. Considering how bad that drive was with so many penalties, they were lucky to get some points up on the board to give their defense a little bit of breathing room. But here come the Patriots.
Also kept the Patriots offense off the field for a while, and after scoring on that last drive, the last thing you wanted was to give it back to them in a hurry. Patriots on the return of the kick, out across the 25-yard line, out to the 28. Tackle made out there. Kevin Castillo. And with 5:39 to go here in the first half, here come the Chargers. Defense out on the field to see if they can stop Landry Gilpin and this Patriot offense.
So how unique is this district? You have Brownsville veterans coming on the road all the way to Mission in a 10-team district. And you mentioned Rio Grande City was at Brownsville Pace tonight. That's clear across the valley.
You think when you're looking at this is as far as you can travel. It's not. The other game has the true distance runners in this district. Short gain on first down.
And we saw it the last 2 years where Mission veterans had Figueroa, they had Nixon, they had Martin, all in their districts where they had 3.5-3-hour road trips out west.
Landry Gilpin, 2nd and 10. Rolls out right side, looking. Downfield, got a man in stride, 35-30, and 6 more on the board. Gonzaga stayed with it. Yards after the catch, enough to go to the house. Touchdown, Patriots.
Just in a blink of an eye, and Landry Gilpin saw it the whole way. He pointed towards Goske saying, "Keep going, I got you," and fired in a missile. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful play. Back-to-back drives, we're seeing the home run swing from Landry Gilpin.
And in this case, Gilpin had time. And if you give him time, Kevin, and these receivers can make eye contact with him, he can do things like that, which is scary. Extra point for the Patriots. Espinoza out of the hold of Leo Cantu. They get it down. The kick is away, and it is good. Patriots up 14-3. Back after this. Looking for furniture? Go to Furniture Place, where they carry Ashley Furniture and products you won't find anywhere else. Buy from the best. 6-piece bedroom sets, $399 and up. No credit check financing. Furniture Place. They beat any price. Guaranteed 10%. 125 Ruben Torres Boulevard in Brownsville, Texas.
It's always a holiday at the Restore.
Come check us out at 507 North 1st Street.
Miss a day, miss a deal.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
Back here on RealSportsLive.com. There's your score, 14-3. Patriots on top in this ball game, and 2 drives now that the Patriots wasted no time, Kevin, going vertical and putting points on the board as a result.
Over the top to Gasquet and over the top to Garcia, 2 of the top weapons for the Patriots. And just like we said, all that first quarter mess is now forgotten. And it looks like the Patriots have found a little bit of a rhythm. So now the pressure shifts back towards the Chargers offense, where field goals won't win you this ball game. So now you're going to have to start scoring touchdowns.
Look further ahead. The Chargers will get the ball to start the second half. So perhaps this is a bigger drive than what you would expect in the bigger picture of how this game plays out. On the return across the 30-yard line, diving out to the 32. That's where the Chargers will take over. On the return, Gilbert Garcia. And here comes Liam Longoria and company back out on the field.
So they were able to, and see, they've been able to move the ball this entire first half. It's just been penalties have been the issue. The Patriots able to overcome those so far. So now I think if you're the Chargers, you got to get a touchdown here.
Longoria was stifled through the early part of this ball game. His offense moved the ball downfield. Their last drive ended up getting 3. Now on first down, Longoria takes it, hands it off. Running play right side, and a big tackle is made over there in the open field for the Patriots.
Joey Garcia, again, the senior. We've seen a lot of good tackling in the open field from both teams.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 coming up. And you can sense it right now, Kevin. If the Patriots get a stop here, there may not be any stopping them.
No, there won't be. And you could bet that they would go deep on the first play, too.
Longoria drops back, rolls out. Has some time, delivers a ball, looking downfield. Receiver missed the route, incomplete pass. Better chance to catch that with Gus Garza. Receiver was in another zone. 3rd down coming up.
Just a little bit of a miscommunication there. Longoria was thinking deep, and Elijah Manston ended up cutting off the route. So now it becomes a very critical 3rd and 10 with 4:11 left in the half. And if the Chargers were to punt here, they would look to give the Patriots decent field position.
Longoria on 3rd down. Long count, down to 5 on the play clock. Drops back. Here comes some pressure. Gets away from 1 man. Here comes 2 more. And down goes Longoria inside the 20-yard line. That's a sack for the Patriots.
That's just the last thing you wanted to do was give up a sack. Now we're talking about field position. The Patriots are going to get some pretty good field position here. And Joe, I'm telling you, they're going to go deep on that first play. Just watch. They're going to look to put the nail in the coffin early.
3:43 remaining. We had a comment on Facebook that Real Sports Live should expand into Laredo. We're trying, my friends. Freddie already is over there doing some Laredo games. We were there last week. He just said we're in a black hole over here compared to the coverage that's happening between what we're doing here in the Rio Grande Valley. This is a good return coming up for the Patriots. Anything here is positive inside Charger territory. They'll start a drive at the 40. Gus Garza on the return, and look how fast this offense is making their way onto the field. They know what's at stake right here momentum-wise.
They smell the blood in the water, and the momentum clearly is with the Patriots, and kudos to their defense coming up with a big stop.
Gilpin and the offense was already out on the field. The coaching staff is like, whoa, wait. Here's the play. Here's what we want to run. I think Gilpin had 3 plays of his own he would have easily called given the opportunity. On this first down play, rolls out, looking downfield, still looking, waiting, going to run. Nothing developed. He wisely steps out of bounds.
Oh, Gilpin thought about going deep, just wasn't there that time.
He saw Gonzake down there, but there was coverage as the safety had moved over. Aldo Benavides took that extra step in his direction. Meanwhile, on the other side, Tony Medrano had covered the other deep route. Now, design keeper. Gilpin saw something, dives left side, about a yard shy of a first down. 3:06 left here in this first half. Chargers trying to get a stop.
Just curious, remember Danny Elizondo, the quarterback from Brownsville Rivera?
I do.
Tom Chavez says, here are the keys to the offense. You call the plays.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun. I just curious on how much leeway Landry gets and able to direct this offense.
I think he's the individual that could be given the keys if wanted. Here's a running play. That goes nowhere. A big sack this time for the Chargers as their defense makes a big play. Coming in, making the stop, Justin Medina.
You know, since then I have not seen a quarterback been given that type of.
I hadn't seen one yet, and I remember we were walking on the sidelines in Brownsville saying, watch this. He's calling his own plays out there, Kevin. And sure enough, a lot of guys would look at us like, no. Yes. Elizondo was calling his own plays back in the day.
Those were those Rivera teams that would go 3 deep.
After going 0-4.
0-5, 0-6. We kept saying they're the best and most dangerous 0-5 team. People look at us like, what are you talking about?
High snap, Gilpin. Great job to get to that ball. Gets the kick away, angling it for the sideline. Takes a bounce, goes out of bounds, and in the end zone, that's a touchback. Chargers take over. Minute 52 left here in the half. Back after this.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
Back here on RealSportsLive.com, coming to you on a Saturday. Talk about a short week. It was going to be a short week anyway for Brownsville veterans. They're playing now on a Saturday. They got to turn around and play on Thursday at home against PSJA Memorial. Chargers now, minute 52 left here in the half. Have the football, all 3 timeouts left. They'll run it right side. Out across for about a 3-yard gain.
There's a minute and 40 left, and I don't see any urgency in the Charger offense.
Well, you hesitate to call a timeout because you know what's on the other side. You know, if you're going to get it done, get it done. If not, you certainly don't want to leave a lot of time on the clock and hand the ball over.
They might take one shot deep. Otherwise, they just might be content going into the locker room only down 14-3.
Longoria, there's penalty flags on this play. Looks to sling a pass out on the left-hand side. Good run by the receiver. That's enough for a first down. Now we'll sort out the penalty, which may be against the Patriots.
It is. It's going to be an approachment, so tack on 5 more. So that was a free play there. The Chargers could have gone deep if they wanted to, but elected to take the underneath route. So there's still a minute 12 left, still plenty of time. I mean, maybe get a field goal, get something positive going.
They got the ball marked down at the 36. They'll move the chains.
Because you can get a 10-point swing here if you can get a field goal on the board. You're going to get the ball to start the second half. So
Longoria still has all 3 timeouts left. They'll start the clock. Minute 7 and counting. High snap. Play action. Looks to throw. Still looking. Going to have to run. Still has time. Delivers the ball downfield. Incomplete.
He had his man. He just missed him. Overshot his target. That was Gilbert Garcia, the intended wide receiver. But you know what? You're right. You know, you want to take your shots, but you also want to be careful because, right, the clock stops with an incomplete pass. There's a minute left on second down. You don't want to give the Patriots an extra possession.
And the Patriots have all 3 of their timeouts left. So, again, this is a true chess match between these two coaches on clock management. Chargers would like to get a first down here. Longoria sets up a screen, delivers a pass, and now that's covered up nicely by the defense of the Patriots. Third down. Now the Patriots may use a timeout.
Yep, yes, they are. Gilpin sprinting out to the 40, calling a timeout. So now we're in a third down situation here.
We'll keep it here. Patriots, you can see Coach David Gilpin was like, all right, are you going to use your timeouts? What are you doing? What are you doing? Well, now that it's in my hands, it's third down and long. I'm going to use a timeout. I want some time on the clock.
So now your offense can be predictable here, where it's going to be a run play, I imagine, from the Chargers. But then again, it goes back to that chess match where the Patriots still have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Do you want to risk it? Shoot for the first down?
If you have that play in your playbook that is show run and then go pass out of it, then you come up to the line show run. And you might catch somebody creeping up thinking, well, they're just going to run the ball and we'll call a timeout. Kind of like the strategy here when you're looking across the way. Both of these coaches, fiery competitors, my friends. If this is a first time taking a look at some of these teams, and we could isolate a camera on the sideline, you would see 2 coaches that are indeed into the football game from day one. Pass play, right-hand side, that's a hitch and going down the sideline. Look at this play for the Chargers. It's going to go to the house. Touchdown, Chargers. A big-time gamble and a big-time call.
The old hook and ladder Boise State OU Fiesta Bowl. How about that? Digging in deep to your bag of tricks.
Well, I said they may show run and then go. They showed short pass and then turn that into the hitch and go on the hook and ladder, and touchdown for the Chargers.
Who was the receiving end on that? Was that?
That was 8. I thought it was 8. Well, I didn't see who caught it. 8 scored the touchdown.
Whew.
Extra point coming up for the Chargers. Good snap, ball down, kick up, long high, and good.
Oh, wow.
14-10 ball game. Kickoff coming up after this.
For the hottest deals, go to Mi Casa Furniture.
Save at Mi Casa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica, Brownsville.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of uncertainty to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We are this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Back here on RealSportsLive.com, and on the kickoff, the Patriots get the football. Well, they called a timeout, hoping to get the ball back with some time on the clock, Kevin. They did get the ball back. There is time on the clock, but the scoreboard changed in between.
Not the ideal way. Wow. I'm still in shock. That was one of the better plays I've seen all year. That old hook and ladder, that kind of caught us off guard. And you talk about sucking the life out of a stadium. We felt it up here. Patriots fans a little in shock right now, but not to fear. You have 33 seconds and 2 timeouts.
2 timeouts remaining for Landry Gilpin. They have went over the top and scored twice in this first half. What will they do here? Looking, firing a pass, left side, and out of bounds. Nice catch, and then Gonzaga had the presence of mind to get out of.
I opened Alex Ron with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex and Raw, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since 52.
Back here on RealSportsLive.com, and the Chargers, Brownsville Veterans Memorial, have their dance team out performing right now. Meanwhile, we're going to talk about first half of this game first, Kevin Gnarl. The Patriots and the Chargers come out. Looked like the defenses were going to control this football game. And then suddenly the offenses found something, and we had the Patriots going over the top. The Chargers then found a hook and ladder. And meanwhile, 4-point game at half.
So the fireworks are there like we thought. They found Gasquet and Garcia over the top for some big plays, and then down 14-3, I think the momentum shifted. I still think the momentum is still with the Chargers. It looked like things were going south. They were down 14-3. The Patriots offense was clicking, and then all of a sudden they pull the rabbit out of the hat on that hook and ladder, and they find themselves back in the ballgame. So if you're Coach David Cantu, you're down there talking to your boys, you're good. You're still in this ball game because, like I said, just for a minute it looked like they was getting out of hand, but that touchdown put them on the board. They got to clean up some mistakes. They got to clean up the penalties. That's the same thing with the Patriots. But, my goodness, we've seen what we thought we would see with the Patriots and how quick they can score on a blink of an eye.
Patriots up 14-10. The Chargers will have the ball to start the second half. This is wrapping up week 3 of the high school football season. We blinked our eyes and we went from playoff baseball and softball to football. With this day ending, we'll already be through 3 weeks of high school football. But, Kevin, already some storylines are developing on what happened this week that's starting to get some clearer pictures out there as far as who the top teams are.
Yeah, then you want to run with some scores?
Let's go.
For the folks, so on Thursday night, a lot of these games got moved up from Friday to Thursday. So Thursday night, Rio Hondo beating Brownsville St. Joe 59-33. Raymondville beating Lyford 49-0 in the Cotton Bowl. La Feria blanking Mercedes 28-0. Harlingen South picking up a win over Mackay 38-0. Los Fresnos all over Ed Chelsea 42-13. Wesco getting a win on the road at PSJ North 45-27. Economides, they've been involved in a lot of weird games. Thursday was no different. They beat Laredo LBJ 12-0. Port Isabel gets their first win of the year. They beat Hidalgo 33-6. Valley View keeps on rolling. They blank Brownsville Ribera 35-3. The Mission Eagles, they beat Pioneer 21-17. Edinburgh High beats Juarez Lincoln 22-13. Brownsville Pace picks up a district win against Donna 17-9. Progreso falls to Santa Gertrudis 12-9. That was Thursday's action. Friday night, last night, we had a blockbuster matchup between Edinburgh Vela, McAllen Memorial, a pair of Titans. Vela prevails, the number 1 team in the Valley, 40-21. In the Sugar Bowl, Santa Rosa beats La Villa 46-12. La Jolla all over Sharyland 31-7. Gruya beating Donna North 34-3. PSJ Southwest, Coach Mike Evans getting his first win for the Javelinas. They beat PSJ Memorial 34-21. Nicky Rowe all over Edinburgh North 27-6. San Benito beating PSJ High 46-20. And Laredo Nixon 26 beating Roma 26-14 over Roma. So that wraps up the week 3 scores, Joe. A lot of football in 2 days. That's something we hadn't seen in a while.
It really was, all those Thursday games. We want to thank our friends over at Version 2 Media for posting all of those scores and getting those out there. Let's go back to your Thursday games, Kevin, and let's go ahead and break this down just a little bit. The first 2 scores that you ran down, Rio Hondo, suddenly their offense is suddenly looking a lot better than what maybe we thought. And then on the other side of the scoreboard, St. Joseph puts up 33 points, which means Tino Villarreal and company, we knew it was a rebuilding year, but suddenly their offense just put up a lot of points against what we thought and we knew was going to be a good defense. So let's look at that one first. And just a score, Raymondville beats St. Joseph 59-33. Okay, maybe not so much of a story. But there's storylines in that game.
Absolutely, all over the place. And where do you want to start? Let's start with the St. Joseph offense. 11 turnovers. 11. And they were still in the game at halftime. And I talked to Coach Esparza after that game, and he said this rain really threw a wrench into everything. They weren't able to practice. They had to move their game up to Thursday. They lost a day of practice. So he said the offense was really out of sync. They had a lot of touchdown passes that were dropped. Frankie Hernandez, he missed a lot of plays that he usually makes. They let St. Joe back in the ballgame. They had a couple big plays, like we've seen Brownsville Vets, kept them in the game. But in the second half, once that offense got rolling, they were rolling. Now check this. Rio Hondo plays Hidalgo next week. Okay. Get that one out of the way. Then they play La Feria. And then they have a bye week, and then they play Raymondville. So
October 19th at Raymondville. We'll be there for that one. That's our game of the night.
Two out of the next 3 games are going to be very critical for Rio Hondo, and it couldn't have come at a perfect time. They're going to play La Feria, get that bye week, play Raymondville, which will be for the district title because we're only talking about a 4-team district.
Let's go ahead and talk about La Feria because they're the third score that you listed there, and they is that shocking, what they did to Mercedes? I don't think it is because out of the gate, they knocked off a good Raymondville football team. This La Feria team is a team to reckon with.
Their defense is very good. They have a very good defense. La Feria's offense is really growing up before our eyes. Darius Hernandez, their stud wide receiver, Dorian Hernandez, the junior quarterback, really starting to come into his own. Now, Mercedes, obviously, they're not the Mercedes that they have been the last couple years. Florida did not play in that game, so they were down their starting quarterback, but really no shock there for La Feria to post that many points, but then a shutout, it's quite impressive.
Next score down the list is Harlingen South. I was at that game, so were you, Kevin. District 32 6A. Last year was a big district. Last year was loaded with football teams capable of making playoff runs, and we knew good teams are going to be left out. This year, 32 6A trimmed down to 6 teams. We knew there were 3 good teams that we were going to talk about out of the gate. And then we also knew there was probably a decent 4th team. And when we were talking about the Harlingen Cardinals being a decent 4th team, and this was just preseason talk, suddenly it was like Harlingen South, Rivera, we're going to be looking at can they bump somebody out of that top 4. South is suddenly turning some heads.
Absolutely, and they did what they were supposed to do on Thursday against McAllen High. They played their cleanest game of the year so far. They moved the ball with poise. You were there. You got to see Corbin Hendrick, who's a junior running back. He got to get in, made a couple big plays, and then they have Emilio Quiroz, who they call Q. He's about 5'2", 5'3". He's a little bowling ball. He's one of the top backs in the Valley. And you saw that offense come to life when they can establish the run. It can open up the pass. They have Derek Delgado, who's 6'1", Brady Bennett, who's 6'4", so they got some size.
Let's talk about the next score on your list, and that features Los Fresnos, another team in District 32 6A. I saw them last week in that improbable come-from-behind victory over Austin LBJ. Fans that were at the game week 1 said they could have won that football game. They got things right against an Ed Couch Elsa team that is at least struggling, Kevin, out of the gate.
Yeah, they have had I know Nate Catiso here to our left. I know that's his beat, and they've really struggled out of the gate. That's their 3rd straight blowout loss. So there's a lot of question marks for La Máquina Amarilla, and it's very uncharacteristic. You know, I've followed Ed Couch for a long time now, and I've never seen, or it's been at least a long time in my memory that we've seen Ed Couch also struggle this much. But Los Fresnos, talking about 32 6A, I really think it's going to come down to Los Fresnos and Harlingen South for that 4th seed in 32 6A.
Harlingen, of course, had the week off. That means that we went to Friday games. And, Kevin, you were at that one. Let's talk about it. I was at week 1, San Benito, as were you.
No, right,
okay?
Cal Allen.
They took on Cal Allen. And even then, we were talking to Cal Allen fans who weren't sure how good that Cal Allen team was going to be or what the story was on that. They fall the next week to Flower Bluff. San Benito goes on the road and wins in a shootout. What did San Benito look at last night compared to week 1 in a 2-week span of growing up?
Well, I was talking to former quarterback Eric Reta and about when they played Laredo United their sophomore year. Him and Tyler Solis said, well, we had the jitters. We were a little nervous. We went out there and we saw Laredo United take the field, and we were like, okay, all right, this is real. But then Reta said, all it took for me was one hit to get things going. And that's what we saw in week 1 with San Benito. They looked a little timid out of the gate because of the fact who they were playing, where they were playing, and just the mystique of that stadium and Cal Allen and everything they present. In the second half, Joe, you saw the offense start to click, and that from that second half on is what we've really seen out of the Greyhounds, and that's what we saw last night. I was looking at a shootout. I think I had it 42-38 in our capsules against PSJ because Trey Guajardo is the best athlete in the Valley. Track. hurdles, plays baseball, shortstop, pitcher, and he's a quarterback. I thought they were going to put more points up than that. San Benito went out there. They threw a left hook, and PSJ really never responded. They went up big early. What I was really impressed with the rushing attack, Frankie Cantu and Kyler Castilleja. They both had – San Benito scored for 50 yards or more 4 different times. And it was all off the rushing attack. And what we're seeing with Steve Marroquin, the new offensive coordinator, is he's utilizing that speed because they don't have the size they did last year. We're seeing a lot of jet sweeps. We're seeing a lot of RPOs, a lot of run-pass options is what we're seeing in the Greyhounds. And I think that's a big win for them because the Bears, I think, at the end of the day, are going to be a playoff team.
Dan Garza and his football team better and better each year under his direction at just holding serve at home. Tough place to win before he got there. Oof. Almost impossible place to beat that football team. So that too plays a factor, knowing some of the big district games are right there in the Greyhounds' backyard.
And it was their home opener too. So they were fired up to get back home. So next week they host Laredo United, and then the following week they travel to, or rather they host. They host Midland.
Again.
That's
yes.
a 4 o'clock game. And then we jump into District Battle Leo Arroyo, so they'll be at home as well against Harlingen.
Saying then, I mean, in some cases we'll be saying, and finally. They have to go 5 weeks before they get into a district game, and we'll get into that. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Kevin Naro and I will continue to talk a little football. The Patriot marching band out on the field. When we come back, we'll talk some football. We'll also talk a little volleyball action. We got some blockbuster games out of the gate on Tuesday. Back after this.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
The Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation for you to visit and experience a friendly environment with a taste of local business and a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment throughout the year. Vintage shops loaded with collectibles from the past, dining that caters to all, boutiques, quilting, salons, live entertainment, and don't forget about market days on the first Saturday of each month on Jackson Street and Art Night the last Friday of the month. It's the Harlingen Downtown District, and the invitation is for you. Shop Downtown Harlingen today. Looking for furniture? Go to Furniture Place, where they carry Ashley furniture and products you won't find anywhere else. Buy from the best. 6-piece bedroom sets, $399 and up. No credit check financing. Furniture Place. They beat any price. Guaranteed 10%. 125 Ruben Torres Boulevard in Brownsville, Texas.
It's always a holiday at the Restore.
Come check us out at 507 North 1st Street.
Miss a day, miss a deal.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit HinoGas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
For the hottest deals, go to Mi Casa Furniture.
Save at Mi Casa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica, Brownsville.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We are this close.
This close. this close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again.
This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
I opened Alex Restaurant with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex and Raw, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Back here, RealSportsLive.com. We were at halftime and 10:43 left. And funny how you find out when you're in the press box setting up here, Kevin. You can get going on storyline in a hurry. Nothing wrong with that. Let's talk a little bit about what's coming up in the football scheme. Week 4, out of the gate on Thursday, and this is all weather permitting, and I think we're okay. I think the weather and pattern is not going to screw us up for Week 4. PSJ Memorial at Brownsville Veterans, La Jolla Palmview at Donna, Mission Veterans at Rio Grande City, and Roma takes on Economides. That's all on Thursday. On Friday games, Brownville Pace at PSJA Southwest, Westlaco East at Harlingen, Harlingen South at Westlaco. Sounds like we're in the old District 32 games. Laredo United at San Benito. Port Isabel travels to La Feria. Rio Hondo at Hidalgo. Raymondville at Brownsville St. Joseph. Progreso at Santa Rosa. Edinburgh Vela at Los Fresnos. Mercedes at Edinburgh. Sherryland at Brownsville Hanna. Brownsville Rivera at Sherryland Pioneer. Valley View at Donna North. Edinburgh North at Ed Couch Elsa. Orange Grove at Gruya. La Villa at Monte Alto. And then on Saturday, Brownsville Lopez, Brownsville Porter. Kevin, I know what game I'm at on Friday night, and that's going to be perhaps, is it the last real team that might be able to beat Edinburgh Vela? Are the SaberCats that good after 3 weeks looking at what they're doing?
They are that good. They are that good, and that will be the last final tune-up. If they're going to drop a game, it could be to Los Fresnos, although I don't think it's going to happen. But if you want to talk about tests, that will be their last test, because District 31 6A, the next potential test maybe against Edinburgh High. They're the next best team in that district. Outside of that, it's Vela's district to own.
Just because you can throw a rivalry game on every night. But the SaberCats, I got to see them. I've seen them. They're that good, Kevin. They're a good football team. Now, Los Fresnos, again, I got to see them against that Austin LBJ team, and they were the team that everyone said, hey, we're just not sure. And I'm going to fully admit this. Coach Brown is similar to Coach Cantu right here, and that is there's no such thing as a, quote, rebuilding year. His program is generating athletes. His football players understand his schemes, and they go out and execute. They were struggling in execution in Week 1 and into Week 2 through that LBJ game, but you could see if they make the plays, that program is right there solid enough and could compete. They're going to have to play an A game and maybe get some breaks, but it could be a lights-out exciting game. Is that the game of the week this week as far as football in the Rio Grande Valley?
I have to agree with you. I mean, I was checking the schedule to see where it was at. It's at Los Fresnos.
Yes, sir.
That is not an easy place to win. You and I both know that. Leo Aguilar Memorial Stadium, it's a one-school town. That's what makes it beautiful. There's very few schools that are 6As. I believe it's just San Benito and Los Fresnos with the one school, one town 6A program. So you're right. They're pumping in athletes. You'll be there. I'll be at Weslaco East at Harlingen, and that's going to be a good fine tune-up for Harlingen because we wanted to see the Judson game. Trust me, a lot of people in Harlingen were really bummed. It was pretty neat. I got to sit down with Manny, and he was showing me some photos from that '89 season. Manny in a Cardinal uniform. So, but you know what? That's out of the way. They got Weslaco East up next. They lost to Weslaco East last year. Well, you were there. You were there with me. So we saw Lefevre come out of nowhere and sling the ball around. That's the win that really got Weslaco East going. So, yeah, that's where I'll be Friday. There's no Thursday game for me. It's rare that we have Thursday games out in that area. But Friday night I will be with the Cardinals at Bogus Stadium. I like what Harlingen's doing. The key is, Joe, is can they stay healthy? Can they stay healthy? That's going to be the key. They lost 2 defensive starters to injury a couple weeks ago. Tristan Garcia went down with a foot injury. We're hoping he can be back by district play. So the Cardinals offensively, though, a step ahead of where they were last year. With Jaime Galvan coming in as a junior, left-handed. He's got Joe Reyna and now Dalton Mann is starting to find his form. Damon Cantu, you saw last week, big, tall kid, made that long touchdown play before the half ended. So Harlingen, they got a lot of shiny toys they could play with offensively. And I don't mean to look too ahead, but I was talking to Ronnie, the trainer of Harlingen South. South came out like gangbusters on Thursday night. I said, hey, save some of that for the Bird Bowl, which that's going to be the second last week of district play. It's going to have some playoff implications.
It could have who's going to make it, who's going to not make it between those two teams. That's how good everyone is, again, in District 32 6A. Hannah, well, we're going to see what the Hannah Eagles are made out of. After this week, they're going to get ready for their district run. But the Weslaco East squad coming in there, how different will they look, Kevin, do you expect now that Lefevre is finally gone?
Well, across the board, there's no Freddy Gonzalez, there's no Roy Pedraza, there's no J.C. Vargas, there's no Richard Lefevre. You talk about turning the page and really starting a whole new chapter. Heck, even Coach Lefevre, he's now the offensive coordinator at PSJ North. Richard's dad was there coaching at Weslaco East, so it's a brand new look over at Weslaco East, but you're still going to get the same old fiery Mike Burgett offensive type team. It's going to be a heck of a ball game. And as for Harlingen, we could see maybe a shootout, really, with these offenses on how well they're playing. Weslaco East, I know they dropped their first 2 games of the year, but as far as Harlingen goes, we're starting to see the defense. They had some injuries early on, but, they went on the road to Laredo United South, and I think that was one of your questions was can this defense do it?
They look pretty good. They look pretty good. Let's talk about the Mike Burgett football teams and the fact that that game last year will forever now be planted in coaches' minds that, wow, he always talks about I can throw the football, and all of a sudden he did. And so now you have to not just that's Coach Burgett. He's always going to say we might throw it tonight. We might throw it tonight. But now he planted a seed, Kevin, in one game. I think that forever has coaches saying, and we better prepare for the pass, just in case.
It did, because that's, like we said, that's the game that turned their season around. I think from there on, they went on to win out the rest of the year on their way to the third round of the playoffs. So East is going to be that team you kind of want to keep an eye on if you're in District 31 6A. And then, of course, when you get to the playoffs, you're going to see a 32 6A team, and you say, okay, we've seen you guys before. But you're talking about Weslaco schools. How about Weslaco High? They're kind of putting everything all together. Jacob Cavazos, who is really starting to come into his own at the quarterback position. That's going to be a good road test for Harlingen South on Friday with their first real road test of the year.
And fans seem to think, well, what about Weslaco? What about Weslaco? You and I both were very, very positive about what we saw with Coach Salinas in his first year as the coach over there at Weslaco. And you said it first. I'm going to mimic what your words were. Joe, that looked like a Mike Salinas type of practice going on. it's not going to take them long to
Right.
turn this around.
Right, and absolutely. There's so many things going on, but it's so structured. And he has everyone doing something. Everyone is learning something. And the difficult task was for these wide receivers, since they were in grade school, all they've ever known was the slot T with Tony Villarreal. So it's like, here, receivers, learn how to run your route tree. So it's like, okay, it's like a whole new language for them. So now that they have a year under the system, I think they can finally get it going. And I know last year we had said it's going to be hit or miss. There's going to be no in between. Obviously, it was a miss. I think this year can be the home run year for Mike Salinas, and then show saying, hey, without Edinburgh Vela, I can still get things done.
And they're going to move forward. Now let's talk a little bit about volleyball. We've got a couple minutes before the two teams take the field. Matter of fact, both teams are ready to run back onto this football field. District 32 6A, that's your beat. That's your Harlingen, that's your San Benito, that's your Harlingen South. That's the teams that's in your wheelhouse as a writer. And this week, 6-team district means on Tuesday, 3 games, and all 3 games feature the teams in that district. And I'm going to be at 1. We'll be broadcasting Brownsville and against Brownsville Rivera. Other than that, Harlingen South, San Benito, Los Fresnos, all tee it up. And, Kevin, those are some good volleyball games.
So just on Tuesday, Harlingen South hosted Los Fresnos. San Benito hosted Los Fresnos today. San Benito won in 5 sets. Coach Becky Woods says it's so frustrating having to play district opponents on the eve of district play because of the fact of a shorter district. They had to extend their non-district play. I'll be at Battle de Arroyo Volleyball Edition, Harlingen at San Benito. Last year, those two teams split their season series. San Benito made the playoffs. Harlingen just missed out, but it's going to be a heck of a district come volleyball season or volleyball district.
Volleyball district play, yeah. Hannah and Rivera. That will be one of our games of the night on Tuesday, as we're going to try to expand here on Real Sports Live with the volleyball coverage. I've been out there covering a game. We're going to try to get at least 3 crews out covering some volleyball. And while we're right here, we might as well talk about it. One of the volleyball teams to watch, everybody better pay attention right here. Mission Veterans, the Patriots.
Oh, Coach Lerma.
Just keeps winning.
Yes. She just recently got her 600th win, too. So
that'll be another team that we'll be covering on RealSportsLive.com. Patriots and Chargers getting ready to take the field. The second half is right after this.
Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's forever memories, antiques, and collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Patriots already make their way onto the field, and the Chargers are on their way out as well. And now, will the Brownsville Veterans Memorial Chargers be able to take the momentum of scoring inside the last minute of the ball game's first half, get the ball to start the second half? And Kevin Naro, let's just go ahead and dissect that. Let's look at what the importance to go with a kickoff. It's a short kick for the Patriots. Chargers let that ball bounce out of bounds. And so we start the second half with the Chargers taking the football field. And again, our thanks to the fans who are sticking with us. We're probably going to lose the internet. I'm going to guess 3 more times because it seems to be a timing thing. About every 48 to 1 hour, we lose the signal here at Tom Landry Stadium on the wireless that's been provided. But nonetheless, before the first snap to start the second half, here comes a penalty flag. And Kevin, that was a factor in the way this game started out, penalties.
Yeah, now you're starting the second half, giving the Chargers good field position right around the 35-yard line. So here we go.
Chargers on first down. Shotgun formation for Longoria. Hands the ball off, running hard out across the 36. Football comes loose. Looks like the Patriots may have got it. First play from scrimmage, and the Patriots defense gets a fumble.
Andre Garcia falling on the loose football, but there's an injured Patriot right at the 37, 36-yard line. So a huge play for the Patriot defense right out of the gate. That was Guadalupe Moran, a running back, coughed up the football. That is not how you want to start a second half if you're the Chargers.
Chargers have a man down. We'll take a quick break. Back after this. The Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation.
Visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alexandra, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. It means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
The Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation for you to visit and experience a friendly environment with a taste of local business and a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment throughout the year. Vintage shops loaded with collectibles from the past, dining that caters to all, boutiques, quilting, salons, live entertainment, and don't forget about market days on the first Saturday of each month on Jackson Street and Art Night the last Friday of the month. It's the Harlingen Downtown District, and the invitation is for you. Shop Downtown Harlingen today. Looking for furniture? Go to Furniture Place, where they carry Ashley furniture and products you won't find anywhere else. Buy from the best. 6-piece bedroom sets, $399 and up. No credit check financing. Furniture Place. They beat any price. Guaranteed 10%. 125 Ruben Torres Boulevard in Brownsville, Texas.
It's always a holiday at the Restore.
Come check us out at 507 North 1st Street.
Miss a day, miss a deal.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
For the hottest deals, go to Mi Casa Furniture.
Save at Mi Casa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica, Brownsville.
Back here after the break, the timeout is called for an injury. One of the Patriots is down. We have the camera on the band. We also had to switch the internet on the fly. We got that all fixed up too, Kevin Naro. Weather plays factors on the internet, my friends. As I look out and scan the sky and see dark skies all around us, you just never know what's going to happen. But I think we're going to be okay now. We changed hotspots. Thank you, T-Mobile. One of the Patriots shaken up will be taken off, and hopefully he's okay. He's the guy that made the hit that dislodged the ball. That's Delgado that goes down, Kev.
Yeah, he was having himself a ball game, so hopefully everything turns out okay. We hate to see that.
Elias Delgado. Nonetheless, it's a turnover, and the Chargers have to send the defense out on the field. Patriots football at the Charger 36, and things could change in a hurry as Landry Gilpin and them can dial up some of that magic that was happening in the second quarter. Up 4 here, and 5 seconds into the second half, they've got their hands on the football thanks to a turnover. Normally, I'd say they go for one big play right out of that. After that break, I'm not sure what they'll draw up. Gilpin sets him up. Official hasn't started the play clock, and now he will. Shouldn't take Gilpin long to take a snap here. Does so. Drops back, looks, fires the ball downfield, right-hand side. It's going to be a leaping catch inside the 10. First and goal coming up for the Chargers. And how about another catch by Gonzalez?
Gonzalez jumping up, climbing the ladder for that catch. Wow. What a catch.
Highlights are racking up here in this one. Gonzalez in traffic, climbed the ladder to make that catch. 11:40 and counting. Shotgun formation, Gilpin. Rolling left side, going to keep it right up the middle. Landry Gilpin makes a man miss and waltzes in for the score. How about the last move? Landry Gilpin, a 2-play drive. Touchdown, Patriots.
A little bit of razzle-dazzle there from Landry Gilpin. Whew.
Made a man miss at the goal line and then waltzed in for the score. Patriots back up double digits. They lead 20-10. Extra point coming up. Turnover, 2 plays later, 7 points on the board for the Patriots. The kick is away, and it is good. Patriots up 21-10. Second half just getting underway. We may see a bunch of points scored, my friends. Back after this.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we donate now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Back here at Tom Landry Stadium, Jacob Howell on the camera to my right-hand side, Kevin Narrow to my left side. With a day off, he decided to come join us in Mission, and we appreciate that, Kevin. Man, it takes me back to some games we did together. Back in your early days of covering sports here in the Rio Grande Valley on a regular basis.
If it wasn't here, it was there, and we have some good memories here at Tom Landry Stadium.
I tell you what, I'm impressed with the press box. No more running cables down and handing headphones through the windows. We're in the press box tonight. Short kickoff by the Patriots. Chargers will let that bounce. That's still in bounds. Finally goes out of bounds. Chargers may have touched that, though. I didn't see a penalty flag, Kevin.
It did. It touched one of the players, and that's what the official on the far side is saying, that it went off one of the players. So Mercedes here at Mission Vets. Back in the Santos Villarreal days, Joe and I were down here somewhere scrambling with people all around us. And I remember that, having to look up, is the feed good right behind us? I think Dahlia was running the
Dahlia was running the feed back then. Yep, running a stream.
Tiny, small press box. But, yeah, great job by Mission and what they've done here, especially that beautiful statue they have up front of Tom Landry. So
Jake didn't know who Tom Landry was as we got into this parking lot. Oh, my.
Don't say that too loud.
He knows now, and he'll be rooting for the Cowboys, and he may throw a Tom Landry out on Sunday night when they're playing against the Giants. Another penalty flag before the first snap. We had our share of penalties in that first half. This one's against the Chargers of Brownsville veterans. Not the first time they've been down double digits here in this game. They trail 11. They really need to get something established here. They had the one big play on the hook and ladder that scored the touchdown. Longoria takes a snap, hands it off. Running play left-hand side, and that goes nowhere. Loss on the play of a couple of yards. On the carry, Elijah Martin, but he had nowhere to go.
You're really starting to see this Patriot defense outside of that trick play. They've really kept this Charger offense at bay.
Second down. Now 17 yards to go for the Chargers. Patriot defense thinking pass, showing some pressure coming from the right side. Now they'll appear to back off from that. Long count for Longoria. Rolls out, looking, fires a pass in the flats. It's caught, short gain. Man thrown out of bounds. That's Martin on the catch. Third and long coming up. 12, make it 11 yards to go for the Chargers.
So if you're the Chargers here, you want to sustain a drive, get something going offensively. You're down 11. There's still plenty of time, obviously, but that momentum is clearly now with the Patriots, and we've seen how quick and often they can score.
You don't want to let the Patriots get the ball back that quick. Timeout going to be called by the Chargers. If nothing else, that is a timeout called to at least let the defense breathe just for a second before the Patriots get the ball back. Back after this.
I opened Alex Restaurant with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alexandria, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Chargers punt team in the game after a quick timeout. They did run a pass play, incomplete. Here come the Patriots back on the return, out across the midfield stripe, back to Charger territory, and they'll start a drive at the 45-yard line. And here comes Landry Gilpin and company. And Kevin Narrow, 3 of the last 4 drives going back to that first half and now into the second half is what you and I kind of expected to see from this Patriot team from day one of the season.
2 deep passes and then a touchdown run from Landry, and that's what we saw on this previous drive. So look at them to go deep here again, and why not?
Gilpin out of a shotgun, turns, hands the ball off. Big hole opens up left-hand side, down the 40, 35, 30, down the sideline, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Patriots. A run by Daniel Cantu, and what a hole was opened up by the offensive line, and he didn't waste it.
That's what happens when you can be that effective in the passing game. You can spread things out defensively and find a big hole. And in just one play, we're seeing a lot of home runs, really. We're seeing 2 big pass plays through the air, and then we're seeing a big play on the ground game here. Now it's 27-10. That's all Patriots.
What you were saying, though, is what the defense had to be thinking, and that is, are they going to go over the top and go deep again? And if you start backpedaling, then suddenly that offensive line opens up a hole, and a run like that occurs. Extra point is good. Mission Veterans has run 3 plays from scrimmage in the second half, 14 points in just over a minute and a half. It's 28-10.
So we think about some of the better offenses, we've seen in the past. Remember Sean Landez, Marco Avila, and Tres Barrera, Sherilyn, how quick and often they can score.
Yes, sir.
This offense could be right up there. You know, we've seen a lot of talent come through the years, and we've seen the Santos Varials, the Diego Hernandezes of Mission veterans.
So let's talk about the adjustments that were made, because the first couple of drives, Kevin, there was pressure all over Landry Gilpin. And suddenly the offensive line started making their assignments work, or were there adjustments made that quick?
I think it's a little bit of both, and we're seeing Landry, you know, like you said, have more time, but his receivers are catching the ball. We saw a lot of drops in that first half, a lot of would-be catches.
Kickoff time for the Patriots. Chargers, in the blink of an eye, have given up 14 points. Short kick. This is going to be covered by the Chargers. That's a dangerous return. Near just like mid-air collision is coming in to field that ball was Carlos Galindo. And yet a Patriot bearing right down on him after that football. Charger offense back on the field. In their last drive, Elijah Maston, I think I called him Martin, Maston, received a pass and then went down on an injury on the sideline. We don't see him in the game right now. Receiver goes in motion right to left. They'll hand it off to the quarterback keeper. Nice fake this time, and a nice hole opens up. That's a first down across the 45-yard line. Good ball fake by Liam Longoria. All the way out to the 47.
That's just a good read option there from the Charger offense. They really got to get something going here. They have to score a touchdown on this drive, and we sound like broken records, but it's the truth. You can only dig yourself in too deep a hole.
Longoria out of a shotgun formation. 3 receivers left-hand side on first down. Long count, takes it. Hands it off on a delay. Oh, a huge hit, and down goes the tailback. Mauricio Garza never saw it coming.
Joey Garcia has been all over the field all night. Hey, this Patriot defense can hit.
Second down coming up. They'll give Garcia the line of scrimmage. That's it. That's about the time he turned upfield, was when there was nothing but blue and white right in front of him. Dropped him down. Longoria brings him up. On 2nd and 10 for the Brownsville Veterans Memorial Chargers. Pressure coming left side. Got them to jump off sides, and they blow the play dead. Not the first time we've seen Longoria draw this Patriot team off sides. 5 free yards. Takes the ball into Patriot. 2nd and 5 coming up. Stops with 9:12 to go. Longoria now. 2 receivers on this short side of the field to the right. Read action play half of the middle. That's a dangerous pass, incomplete. Maston was back in the game. He was the intended receiver, but that was amongst many blue jerseys, Kevin Narrow.
Yeah, now we're starting to see the Chargers starting to press just a little bit. But really, I mean, there's really no time to panic. There's still 9:06 left in the third quarter, and you still have a whole entire fourth quarter in your back pocket. So if you're the Chargers here, put something together, get some points on the board, and somehow maybe try and come up with a stop. Their defense has not had an answer for Landry Gilpin and company.
Pass play again. Longoria lifts it down the sideline. Incomplete pass.
Good pass break up there from Mike Gonzalez, the junior DB.
4th down coming up for the Chargers. Is this a spot where you gamble and go for this, Kevin?
I think you do. You're down 18, and it's 4th and 5, so the offense is still out on the field. And you're at midfield, so
Chargers showing as if they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll kick it away. Looking for the right sideline. Takes a bounce into the end zone. It goes. Patriots offense will take over. 1st down coming up after this.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. Step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Back here on 1st down, Landry Gilpin and company have the football. And before they can take a snap, another penalty flag. 5 yards against the Patriots. Uncharacteristic, I think. Last night, there was a ton of penalty flags. Last week, there was a ton of penalty flags. Tonight, a ton of penalty flags. I'm seeing more and more of them right now, Kevin. I know it's still, I guess, in some case, early season, but this is week 3. Gilpin looks to throw. Directs traffic downfield, left-hand side, diving attempt, incomplete pass. Had Gilpin put a little more air under that, Kevin Naro, that was 6 more.
He had Leo Cantu in stride, too. He got behind his defensive back. They're still taking their shots right out of the gate. They're not shying away from those big plays.
2nd down for the Patriots. Clock stops with 8:48 left here. Shotgun for Gilpin. Drops back to throw again. Rolls out right side. Gonna run. Has some room. Makes a man miss at the 20, 25-yard line and more. Gilpin on his horse across the 40. 1st down on a big run that time for Landry Gilpin.
And it's all about angles. Again, Gilpin able to get that corner and really.
Gilpin making the adjustment on that earlier call, and then a running play that time looked like it was positive, but a hold takes it back 10 yards. Patriots on 1st and 20. Gilpin looks to throw. In traffic, that's going to be caught. Back up near the original line of scrimmage.
He fired in a bullet to John Aguilar.
8:06 to go here in this 3rd quarter. Patriots with the 18-point lead thanks to 2 third-quarter scores. Gilpin looks to throw from the right side. Short delivery out across the midfield stripe, and that's a 1st down into Charger territory, and this time Mike Gonzalez right back in the mix.
Just like that, the Patriots on the move again. Landry's going to have to jog back and get his towel. So, speaking of Landry, Tom Landry, obviously, Landry Gilpin named after Tom Landry. Coach Gilpin, a big, big Cowboys fan.
What will they do against the Giants tomorrow? Who knows? Gilpin rolls out, looks to throw, another short delivery. That's incomplete. Looking for Mikey Garcia. He was well covered.
I'm hoping they can win, but it would be a 16-13, 13-10.
I was telling Jake, it's like, of all places, Eli Manning seems to like that place to play.
Oh, he does. I was there the night they beat the Cowboys in the Cowboy Stadium, opened up in 2009. He signed his signature on a locker. Weasel.
Short snap. Gilpin goes for it all down the left-hand side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 20, and that's a 1st down for the Patriots. What a catch by Leo Cantu.
Who did not record a catch in the entire 1st half. It was all both Garcia and Gonzalez, and now you throw in Leo Cantu, who can also haul in catches like that. I mean, weapons galore.
That looked like just an easy pitch and catch, and that's not an easy ball to deliver. Right down the sideline on a dime. Gilpin now in the red zone. 1st down play. Drops back, looking, right side, overthrows his man, incomplete. Looking at Gonzalez. 2nd down coming up for the Patriots of Mission Vets. Clock stops with 7:02 left here in the third quarter. Second half started with the Chargers coughing up the ball on the second play from scrimmage. Make that the first play. Gilpin takes a handoff. Running right side, directing traffic, and he lifts one up. That was a good thought by Gilpin, but an incomplete pass.
He was able to draw the linebackers to him, trying to free up his wide receiver. I think that was Mikey Garcia.
It was Garcia again.
He was looking for, so.
Incomplete pass. 6:56 left here in the third. We've seen this Charger defense get stingy at times. Right now they need to make a stand. They need to get the ball back if they can. Third down. 10 yards to go for the Patriots. Gilpin, design keeper up the middle. Hit and down he goes. Gained a yard, but good containment that time by the Chargers. That brings in the field goal unit, I believe, for the Patriots.
Yeah, Gilpin's coming off the field.
So all eyes on Alfredo Trujillo. They'll put it down at the 22-yard line. This is a 32-yard attempt right from the center of the field. A little bit of crosswind, not much though. Good snap, ball down, kick up, and Trujillo gets it through the uprights. Field goal is good for the Patriots. 32-yard attempt, 31-10, Patriots lead. The Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation for you to visit and experience a friendly environment with the taste of local business and a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment throughout the year. Vintage shops loaded with collectibles from the past, dining that caters to all, boutiques, quilting, salons, live entertainment, and don't forget about market days on the first Saturday of each month on Jackson Street and Art Night the last Friday of the month. It's the Harlingen Downtown District, and the invitation is for you. Shop Downtown Harlingen today. Back here at Tom Landry Stadium, Joe Bowling with Kevin Naro, Valley Morning Star sports writer, and he's got a night off. That means you're off tomorrow too?
And Monday. I took
Monday.
Yeah,
wow.
We had that Labor Day last Monday, so.
Okay, so you had an extra day, and with the weather the way it was playing, yeah.
Well, the idea was supposed to go dove hunting.
Aha.
But that was Jake and I's idea.
And then the weather did play a factor in your game.
Yes.
Short kick by the Patriots. Chargers make a fair catch inside their 40-yard line. So what's on your agenda for some stories some fans can be looking for early next week?
Well, I'm going to be looking forward to the Harlingen game, the Harlingen and San Benito volleyball game Tuesday. I'll be going up to San Perlita. Going to run a little cross-country preview there. The Trojans are looking for a three-peat in district. And then we'll dip into a little bit of Harlingen, Weslaco East, maybe run some Q&As on some of the athletes out there. So it'll be a busy week.
Chargers with the football. First down. Their offense needs to get it in gear now, down 3 scores. Quick pass from Longoria, left-hand side. It's Maston, makes a nice move, steps out of bounds right at the midfield stripe. That's a good 12 yards, and the chains will move. Clock stops, and you even start talking about clock management if you're the Chargers halfway through the third quarter.
Yeah, the clock is definitely going to become a concern if you're the Chargers, especially if you can't put up points.
Longoria, empty backfield this time. 5 receiver set, 3 right side. Looks left, quick receiver screen. Ball caught, couple of blocks delivered, and another first down for the Chargers inside the 40. That's a good-looking play for Brownsville veterans who suddenly have opened things up a bit on the offense. Garcia on the catch that time. We'll go under 6 minutes left here in the third. Shotgun for Longoria. Keeps it back in the backfield this time. On this play, hands off to a motion man and leaping up over a defender, but nothing doing as down goes Maston, and that's an injury waiting to happen. Maston tried to high jump a player.
So now, like the previous drive, the Chargers are able to move the football. They just can't capitalize on their drives.
2nd down and 9.
It would be quite the story, though, if the Chargers were to make this a ball game.
Longoria sends a man in motion, draws him off sides again. I didn't see a penalty, though. Ball down as Maston goes nowhere. Man, if that's not a penalty, that's as close as you're going to get.
Yeah.
3rd down. Just like that, this drive was clicking for the Chargers of Brownsville veterans, and now it has stalled. Third down. Longoria with 4:33 left in the third. Sees a blitz coming up the middle, and here they come. Runs away from that. Gets some time. Fires it downfield, and it's going to be overthrown, incomplete. Nice job by Longoria freeing up the space to deliver that ball, but incomplete pass. .422 left. Kevin, 4th down territory. It appears they're going to go for it for the Chargers.
Yeah, they really don't have a choice here, down by as much as they are now. Midway through the third quarter, they, like I said,
Looking for furniture? Go to Furniture Place, where they carry Ashley Furniture and products you won't find anywhere else. Buy from the best. 6-piece bedroom sets, $399 and up. No credit check financing. Furniture Place. They beat any price. Guaranteed 10%. 125 Ruben Torres Boulevard in Brownsville, Texas.
It's always a holiday at the Restore.
Come check us out at 507 North 1st Street.
Miss a day, miss a deal.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
Back here at Tom Landry Stadium, 4:15 left here in the third quarter play. After 3 scores, 2 touchdowns and a field goal by the Patriots and Mission veterans, Brownsville veterans mounts a drive, goes back to the secondary pages of the playbook, and an execution of a flea flicker results in a touchdown. Chargers to kick it off. Onside kick, takes a hop. It's going to be fielded by the Patriots, I believe. Chargers thinking they got it, nothing doing. Nice job by the Patriots.
Yeah, that was close.
Jose A. Lopez able to get on that football and then hang on, knowing contact was coming. First down, and here come the Patriots onto the field. Charger defense, their mission right now, get a stop. Show you can slow this offense down. Running play left-hand side across the 45, out of bounds there. That's a good, strong 7 yards gained on first down. Nothing fancy on the carry by Daniel Cantu.
You know, and these Patriots are picking up big yardage on each play. They just picked up 7 on that run. They really opened up the rushing attack here in the second half.
2nd and 3. Cantu stays in the backfield. Gilpin rolls right. Now looks back left. Here comes some pressure. Gets away from one. Won't get away from the 2nd, and down he goes.
It's a big, big play right there for the Chargers. Gabriel Aleman, just a sophomore.
And the Chargers say they got the football.
Well,
the officials will move the chains. They took the ball away from Gilpin. And with 4 minutes left, the defense more than gets the job done, Kevin. That's a turnover.
Yeah, absolutely. It came down with a strip sack. I
I never saw it.
Neither did I. I thought it was a sack, and I was like, all right, that's exactly what you need. Well, they'll do you one better, right?
Now Liam Longoria and the offense for the Chargers. Down 2 scores. 4 minutes left in the third. Drops back to look to throw. Looking downfield. Delivers a deep ball. There's a lot of contact there. Incomplete pass.
That's a good no call there. They were both jabbing at each other on the old hitch and go route, but he had Masterson wide open on the underneath route.
I saw that.
He could have gone for the underneath route, but I get it. Hey.
Going for it all for the deep ball. Looking downfield. Carlos Galindo was the intended receiver. You go back to that later, though, if you need to, because Maston was open right across the middle of the field. Swing pass, this time to Maston. Tries to make a defender miss. Fights forward, gets across the 45 to the 44. That'll be good enough for a 4-yard gain. Third down, make it a 5-yard gain. Right at 5 yards to go. 3:34 left here in the third. Chargers of Brownsville Veterans Memorial with the ball after the turnover. Overload the left side with receivers. That's the short side of the field. Man in motion left to right is Maston. They'll hand it off, run it left side. A lot of blockers there, but good containment and a tackle from behind for the Patriots. Stops that in its tracks.
And it was a 3rd and 5, so you're still in 4-down territory.
Jazz Vallejo on the tackle.
If you're the Chargers, just stay within yourselves. Don't try and get too fancy, although they have scored on
They've
two
scored
trick
on
plays.
Some fancy plays, my friend. 4th down, they get forward progress. So it's 4th and 5. Longoria stays in the game with 2:37 left here in the third. Rolls out right-hand side. Looking, hit, bounces off a man, and down he goes. Football comes loose. Patriots recover. Then there's a penalty on the sideline, but the Patriots defense makes the play.
Wow.
That'll probably be a sideline infraction on somebody, as the Patriots were all over that when the ball came loose. 2:30 to go. We'll see what the call is by the official. It's a warning on the sidelines for the Patriots. And I'm not so sure that wasn't David Gilpin jumping out there saying, football's loose, get it back. So each team turns it over here. No harm, no foul for the Patriots after giving it up. Chargers miss an opportunity. Still trail by 14. Their defense back on the field. Gilpin rolls out. Right side over the middle. Has a man that's caught. Ball comes loose again. Patriots recover that one at the 40.
There's a little fumble buck going on here in the third quarter.
That's a lineman getting in there to recover that one. Andres Garcia. And that's the last guy who thought he would have his hands on the football tonight. After a snap. Gain on the play of 4. 2nd and 6. Gilpin, straight drop back, rolls out. Now he jumps up, throws the ball over the middle. Caught. What a block. Now to the right side. Down the right sideline for the Patriots. Inside the 25. Down to the 20-yard line. That's a first down. Leo Cantu used the block and then took advantage.
Here in the final 2 minutes of the third quarter, and now Cantu, who's emerged as a weapon, another weapon for these Patriots. And we really haven't saying the name Gonzalez or Garcia at all this third quarter.
Now there's a penalty behind that. An illegal receiver will wave that play off. That one will hurt, and it will also benefit the Chargers in a big way. It was going to be 1st and 10 deep in their territory. Charger defense gets a breath of life. We'll see where they mark this off. They haven't started the penalty yardage yet. They will now back to the 40, just inside the 45-yard line. 2nd down Just over 10 yards to go. Gilpin drops back to throw. Rolls out. Being chased. Now down the sideline. Landry Gilpin steps out of bounds. That's short of first down yardage. As he gets out at the 37. Clock stops with 1:40 left here in the third.
So you're going to need to force a takeaway if you're the Chargers. You were able to pick that up on that last drive. They just couldn't capitalize on it. Can't allow any more points here if you're the Chargers.
Patriots rolling right side. There's a pass completed. That's a first down inside the 30. Just a well-executed route that time and a quick shot. First down as the chains will move. Minute 30 and counting. Gilpin in a shotgun. Hands it off. Running play right side. Rumbling forward for about 3 yards is Daniel Cantu. Second down. 14-point game. Minute 6 left here in the third. Do the Chargers defense have another turnover that they can pull off? There's a nice pass completed inside the 20-yard line. Another quick strike this time to Mikey Garcia. Suddenly the short passing game is clicking, Kevin.
Yeah, and that's just another chink in their armor because we've seen them go over the top. We've seen them have design quarterback runs. We've seen them now with the short passes. So really all around, just a good performance so far from this offense, even though it was a shaky first quarter. But I think that was more of kind of just getting the jitters out, trying to find their form.
One of the Charger defenders shaken up just a little bit after that play. That's Aldo Benavides. Hope he's able to come back in this ball game. Play clock at 35. Game clock at 26. Patriots will not have to take a snap. However, it looks like they're ready to roll. We still haven't finished this third quarter. Gilpin rolls out, left-hand side. Picked up a nice block. Now he's going to run. Inside the 15, down to the 10. Takes a big hit this time. Down he goes at the 9-yard line. Hangs onto the football. First and goal coming up for the Chargers of Mission Veterans. Or checked at the Patriots. I knew I was going to say that again, Kev.
They're both Veterans Memorials. So
that's what threw me, right?
Yeah.
I knew it coming in. I was going to do that.
Brownsville Veterans, Mission Veterans.
That takes us to the end of the third quarter. A third quarter that saw the Patriots score first, but the Chargers had something to answer. They trail by 14 as we start this fourth quarter. Back after this.
Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit HinoGas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
Back here at Tom Landry Stadium in Mission, Texas. 12 minutes on the clock. Fourth quarter has arrived. Patriots on a first and goal. Gilpin drops back, rolls out, looks, directs, fires a man. Open, touchdown, Patriots. Landry Gilpin directing traffic. Easy pick that time. Touchdown, 6 points on the board.
Yeah, that's just easy pickings for Gilpin.
Back to a 20-point lead for Mission Veterans. Mission Veterans will be on the road at Rio Grande City on Thursday. That's where I'll be, Thursday night. Be checking that one out. Extra point, a low snap. Ball down, kick up, away, and Good. Patriots up 38-17. Chargers down 3 scores. Back after this.
For the hottest deals, go to Mi Casa Furniture.
Save at Mi Casa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica, Brownsville.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease.
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Back here, RealSportsLive.com. Joe Bowling with Kevin Naro. Jacob Howell running the camera. My wife driving the getaway car. Patriots of Mission Veterans on top, 38-17 as they'll kick it off. Chargers of Veterans Memorial, Brownsville. Short kick. Chargers field that ball. That wasn't a fair catch. That's a live football. Chargers get good field position here. Nobody kicking it to the deep men now for either team.
That was an interesting pooch kick there from the Patriots.
So now the Chargers bring the offense back on the field. I like the poise I've seen out of Liam Longoria and this Charger football team, but they keep looking up, and that double-digit score just keeps bouncing back and forth now. Back up to the 21-point mark. They got to catch up. Longoria on first down. Hands it off, running play right-hand side. Tackle made at the 42. Gain of a yard.
You know, I think this game really could have gotten interesting if the Chargers were able to put up points after that turnover. Then you're talking about a 7-point game. But the Patriots defense able to come up with that one key stop, and then they go back up 38-17. So it's not as bad as the scoreboard looks. The Chargers were right in this ball game.
Second down play, Longoria. Takes the snap again, keeps it himself. Running right side. It looked like a busted play. Down he goes. Third down coming up. Man, that air kicked on. It's kind of getting cool in here. You brought your jacket. I see why. Third down and 11 for Brownsville Veterans. Stop here for the Patriots, and that offense could be looking to score points to put this one away. Chargers need something big here from Longoria. Reverse, running play, left-hand side, running play, and that goes for nothing. Head of steam, but just as he got to the 40-yard line, Maston was met by 3 defenders. Punting time for Brownsville Veterans Memorial.
So now if you're the Patriots here, you can really put this one in cruise control.
Chargers drift a man back in punt formation. Good snap. They'll get the kick away. Fielded by the Patriots. Move made to the 30, now the 35 and the 40. Out across that 40-yard line, and that's where that drive will start. Good return that time by the Patriots. 9:45 left here in this football game. Highlights of this one coming up. We'll have those posted for you on YouTube and on Facebook and on our website a little bit later on. And we'll be gearing up for our first show of Talking Sports from the studio on Wednesday. Looking forward to that with some highlights, and already invited a couple of coaches to join us in for our first show. including one Manny Gomez.
The ultimate motivator.
9:45 left.
So if you're the Patriots, week one obviously is really a distant memory. You pick up your first 2 district wins. And really, Joe, it's a challenging district because of the fact that you play 9 district games.
Gilpin fires it down the right-hand side. That's picked off. Interception by the Chargers. Stepping in and making the play was Tony Medrano.
Medrano, who Coach Cantu just raves about, talks about him being a coach on the field where he just makes everybody better. And right there, he just read Landry's eyes, really cut off that route. Chargers aren't going to go away too quietly now.
Offense brings themselves back on the football field. The defense has done their job as far as creating some turnovers for the Chargers. The offense has to capitalize this time because the clock stands now with 9:39 left. And I know both these teams have the ability to score quickly, but at some point in time, this clock will become a bigger factor than even the score. Couple of yards on a first down carry. Do you continue with this running game much longer, Kevin? Mauricio Garza that time had little room.
You got to start to open things up because the clock obviously is a factor and it's running. We're at 9:20 and counting. So if you're the Chargers, you want to start picking things up a bit.
Empty backfield for Longoria on 2nd and 9. Draws them off sides. Free play. They'll swing it left-hand side. Receiver screen. And then a late hit also on the quarterback results in a second flag. We're pretty sure the first one, Kevin. That second one, though, may be the big one against the Patriots of Mission Veterans. Longoria checks out of the game after taking that hit. Quickly, they insert Rolando Izetta into the football game. And Izetta, who's listed as a senior, they wasted no time bringing him into the game, Kevin.
Hopefully, Longoria is all right. He took a hit low there, and that was the second penalty. So it's going to be 15 yards added to that previous play.
So all the way down to the 33-yard line. Now we'll see Izetta in the game for the first time. Back in the backfield, lines up deep behind him on this first down play. Fades back to throw. Looks, running left-hand side. Hit, out of bounds, down he goes. Loss on the play as Izetta was just tracked down and then walloped by Joey Garcia. Second down. With 8:45 left here in this fourth quarter of play. Izetta stays in the ball game. Check that. That's Longoria back in. Just that quick.
A little shovel pass.
Inside shovel pass. Running play right-hand side. Can they get a block? Nothing doing. Patriots defense strings that out. Third down coming up.
Really, you got to start stretching the field. Pick up the pace just a little bit. Right.
Longoria and the Chargers face a 3rd and 9 from the Mission Veterans 32-yard line. Longoria in a shotgun. Play clock down to 17, now 15. Fake the handoff. Longoria rushed out of the pocket, looking, delivers a ball downfield up for grabs. Incomplete pass overthrown.
He just overshot everybody looking for Gilbert Garcia.
And another late hit on the quarterback as Longoria took another shot. That's 15 more yards on this drive on the penalty side against the Mission Vets Patriots. And just like that, Brownsville Veterans in the red zone.
So if you can get a touchdown here, get an onside kick, things could get a little interesting. And we've seen crazier things.
Longoria on 1st and 10. Hands the ball off, running play right-hand side. Getting down to the 15 to about the 14. Another carry by Mauricio Garza. Stayed in bounds. The clock keeps running. 7:40 and counting in the ball game. Brownsville Veterans. They'll turn around and play on Thursday night as well. Keeps it himself. Quarterback keeper. Here comes Longoria. End zone touchdown Chargers. What a great block up the middle, and Longoria with the read takes it in.
Beautiful read option there. Longoria looks to be fine. He's jogging off the field, so the Chargers back in business.
Capitalizing of the turnover from the interception. The Chargers get the ball in the end zone. Extra point coming up. Barron into the game. Israel Barron. Good snap. Ball down. Kick up long high, and it is good. Veterans Memorial from Brownsville cuts it to two-score game. Mission Veterans gets the ball after this.
I opened Alex Restaurant with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alexandria, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Back here on RealSportsLive.com and Kevin Naro. Chargers, do they go for the onside kick here or not?
You got to go for the onside kick because they still haven't found an answer for Landry Gilpin. So you got to get the ball in the hands of your offense as quickly as you can. But it looks like they're going to go ahead and kick it off. Tough people win over at Mac High, MTXE over in Harlingen. And I think, those things really hold true for these kids, and those are the things that these kids believe in and they start buying into, and, they take pride in it, and I think that's what you're going to see from Mission Veterans here. They say, okay, you want to try and make a little comeback here? All right, we'll answer you right back, and we'll show that toughness that coaches always preach about.
Penalty on the play after the carry. That'll be a 5-yard penalty against Brownsville Veterans. Wow, everything's going against us all of a sudden on the internet again. Wow. This is why we truly appreciate the Sherrylands, the Harlingen, the Los Fresnos, the Brownsvilles that assist us with the Ethernet connection at those schools. Tonight we're at the mercy of T-Mobile, which is not playing a good game. 6:11 to go here in this fourth quarter. Another penalty against the Chargers. Just like that, Gilpin and company on a 1st and goal now. Right at the 5-yard line. 6:11 left here in this ball game. Gilpin sets him down. Rolls out left side, going to keep it himself. Landry Gilpin dodges inside, stays on his feet. Touchdown, Patriots. Another touchdown for Landry Gilpin.
Now it's 44-24 Mission Veterans. Now, kudos to this Charger team. They were down but not out. They kept fighting their way back, and they're going to be a playoff team. Brownsville Veterans. They're going to be a playoff team.
Oh, yeah.
They're one of the top. I know we have them in the top 10 year in and year out. This year is no different. They're a good football team.
Extra point for the Patriots. Good snap, ball away, kick is good. Patriots back up 21. Kickoff coming up after this.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Back here, RioSportsLive.com. 5:56 left here in this football game. Brownsville veterans scored. Patriots out of Mission veterans answered right back. Do you dare call that a quiet drive, Kevin?
Statement.
It was just a ho-hum.
Yeah.
We're going to score a touchdown here and rewrite this ship. Short kick, onside kick. It's fielded by the Chargers. So they'll get good field position to start this drive. 5:55 left here in the game.
So it was a very strange week 3 of high school football here in the Valley. We had so many games. We had some games get canceled. We had some games move up from Friday to Thursday. We had some games move to tonight, Saturday. So we're hoping that all of us can kind of get back to the norm. Everything would just flow. I mean, I know for us media folks, we were all scrambling on Thursday trying to find ball games.
First down play for the Chargers. Longoria drops back to throw, swings it out in the flats. That's going to be incomplete. Receiver might have heard some footsteps that time. That'll stop play with 5:51 left here in this ball game. Both teams back in action on Thursday. For Brownsville veterans, they're at home to take on PSJA Memorial. For Mission veterans, on the road at Rio Grande City. 7 o'clock kickoff for both games. Longoria hit in the backfield, got away from one man, fights forward, gains some yards out of the play.
Well, you can bet Coach Gilpin and Coach Cantu will be in the film room tomorrow.
Oh, they'll be in tonight.
Yeah.
It's going to be early enough. They'll probably got a coaches meeting. Go get something to eat. I'll see you back here at 10:30 tonight. Or it's going to be a late night.
Right. Because their Sunday becomes their Monday, essentially, when you get pushed up.
I had to play on a Thursday and turn around, or play on a Saturday, then play on Thursday. Deep drop for Longoria. Rushed up the middle, hit, and down he goes. Coverage downfield. Every receiver downfield, Kevin, was double covered. I don't know how you'd pull that off, but they were.
Well, you just pull a down lineman, add an extra defensive back, maybe it'll go into a dime or a nickel. But for Brownsville veterans, you still got that, it's about an hour and a half drive from here. Because from Edinburgh, it's about, it might be a little bit longer because from my house in Edinburgh to veterans in Brownsville is about an hour and 20. So maybe you're talking about an hour and 45 maybe, almost 2 hours maybe by the time you pick up some dinner and finally get on the road. So
timeout called by the Chargers. 4th down coming up after this.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
The Harlingen Downtown District. Back here on RealSportsLive.com. And Jacob Howe running the camera. Looks like he's in worse shape than I am right now. That's hard to say. I feel for him. I feel injured for him for some reason.
He'll be ready for basketball season.
Coach Garza needs to run him more. That's all I can say.
I agree.
Punt time for the Chargers. takes a roll inside the 35. Patriots pick it up, make a move across the 35 to the 38-yard line. Mission Vets will take over right there. I'll get my first look at Rio Grande City on Thursday. I've already been all around this place. Our thanks again to Raymondville this week for opening the doors on Thursday to allow us to do the video presentation of the Cotton Bowl.
That was a game that got moved up, so that was a blessing in disguise for you. You're able to go video and audio.
Got it covered somehow.
Old Nathan Menchaca on the call.
He did a nice job. Evie did a great job last night from Roma. Running play for the Patriots, and that goes nowhere. Second down coming up. Patriots just want to run that clock now. They won't be in a hurry up anymore. Gilpin's gone. In to do the quarterback. Handle the duties, Ramses Flores.
There's going to be a false start.
Lots of guys in motion on that play.
Well, if you do want to catch up, my friend here, Nate Catiso, will have a full write-up.
For the Monitor tonight, correct? Yep. Nate, Missouri graduate. My friend's got to throw that in there. I don't get to talk much Missouri anything down here in the land of Texas.
Catch it in tomorrow's edition of The Monitor and on rgvsports.com.
We continue to post links anytime any of you guys file a story for fans to check it out. It links right to you, goes to your websites for rgvsports.com and the Monitor and Valley Morning Star.
It just might be coming out on the Herald, too. Just might see if the Herald might want to pick this one up, too. So for you Brownsville folks, pick up a copy of the Herald tomorrow.
Third down play coming up for the Patriots. Clock stops with 3:37 to go. They'll look to throw. Looking down the left-hand side. Got a man. It's incomplete. Going over the top on third down and long. Patriots will have to punt the ball away.
Oh, Flores just had his man, so 3:32 left. Clock stops.
Fourth down coming up.
It's going to be a delay of game.
And a lot of headaches.
If you're a defense.
For defensive coordinators.
And speaking of those names, at the RGB Sports Banquet this past summer, I was sitting with Roy Hess, and Landry Gilpin walks in, and David Gilpin, and right behind him comes Lupe Rodriguez, and then Trey Guajardo, and then right behind him comes Tino Villarreal, Phillip, and Kai Money. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. There's too much offense coming in. Too much firepower. One at a time. But the Valley, we've been really blessed to see a lot of great quarterback play over these last couple of years. You know, each school has their stud, and, you know, we've seen these kids grow, Landry being one of them, Diego Hernandez, Marcus Castillo, who you and I saw back in the day for Brownsville veterans. Guys like Marco Aguinaga, Zach Gomez. The momentum really shifted in favor of the Patriots when they didn't capitalize on that turnover, when they had the opportunity to make it a one-score game. But either way, you know, Coach Cantu does a great job over at Brownsville Veterans. Coach Gilpin, the same there. Two